Anyways, as you can see, the HUD is now up to date, as it should be. Let's go ahead and recruit our last act. This will be our last Act 1 mission. Let's do it. Owned by notorious Blue Suns Merc Company, the Purgatory was once an Ark ship used to hold agricultural animals. Now it's used to hold prisoners, whether taken in battle or sold by unscrupulous politicians into the name of subcontracting and outsourcing. Rumors abound that Blue Suns turn skilled or fit prisoners over to Batarian slavers, but few have ever seen the transaction and lived to tell about it. Its population is listed as 4,350, but independent journalists estimates nearly 3 times that in periods of overcrowding. We have to bring Miranda for this, obviously. And I'm gonna bring Kasumi because she's a death machine. Let's go ahead and get more Incinerate, because I just keep using that. Point. I forgot about that. Damn it. Hang on. Oh, absolutely. Mass Effect 2 stomps the other two French philosophers, and I bet everyone in chat would agree with this 100%. No ifs, ands, or buts. No one could ever possibly gainsay this statement. There it is. Hey, okay. Now I'm going to give the non-joking statement. I think the overall story, all 6 points in Mass Effect 2, is the strongest of the 3. But plot-wise, even though I have nothing wrong with, planet side quests, as I mentioned earlier, I would easily say that the plot of Mass Effect 2 is the middle of the group, frankly. Unless we count Andromeda, in which case I'd probably put it at second to worst. Well, no, I'm gonna take that back. Second to best. So it'd be Mass Effect 1 on top, then 2. Then Andromeda, then 3. There we go. That's how I do it. I had to really debate that. I agree with that, Trithon, especially since I've actually reviewed Andromeda. Granted, it was the old system, so that review is invalid, but I stand by my overall opinion. The problem is, while Andromeda had several things going for it, even on the story axis, its plot was really bad. Alright, so there's these generic aliens, okay? Now, they're evil. And you gotta go kill them, because... Anyways, I am Archon. I mean, what else do I need to say about that, right? If I need to ever make fun of the plot of Andromeda, I just need to point to Archon. What a nothing villain, right? But there was actually some good story in Mass Effect Andromeda. Now, Latario has apparently never actually heard me talk about the 6 points of story. So, in very brief, plot, characterization, character growth, setting and world building, themes, fun. That's the 6 points of story. All of this is all of what makes up the story axis. But plot is only 1/6 of that. And as I've pointed out before, most games have a weak plot. In many cases, even games with good story have, at best, an excuse plot, right? It's very rare you'll find a video game that focuses on plot. It happens, but it's very rare. Dragon Age Origins has a very weak plot, for example, but is very strong on the story axis because they focus on everything else throughout the course of the work. Okay, yeah, Lufia 2's plot, there's a bunch of evil gods you have to go kill. Like that's JRPG 101, really. Yeah, Heavy Rain is a game that focuses on the plot. Final Fantasy Tactics is an example of a game that focuses on the plot. There really aren't many. It's hard to come up with examples. Several mystery games tend to lean that way, hence Heavy Rain. Oh, getting all 6 points good is insane. I could probably name maybe 10 movies and games which are good at all 6 points. And I'd have to think about that. I can't do that off the top of my head. I'd have to think about that. I was actually thinking Portal 2. Because Portal... So let's think about this for a second. The plot of Portal 2, yep, no, it's there. It's not super strong, but it is. They do spend some time on the plot. Characterization is obvious. There is character growth. There are 2 characters we see a full character arc for in Portal 2. Themes, self-explanatory. World building. Most of the world building of the Portal setting exists in Portal 2. And fun is self-evident. There you go. So Portal 2 qualifies. I was going to mention FF6. Even though the plot feels weak, overall, it's got enough chinks in its overall structure that I think the plot of FF6 is at least good enough to qualify for all 6. Chrono Trigger... Ironically, the one location Chrono Trigger falls the most behind on is characters. But I think there's enough focus on some specific characters. Like Marl, weirdly enough, gets a huge amount of screen times in terms of characterization and character growth. More so than, I think, honestly, any other character in the game. So it still can qualify, so I think I could put Chrono Trigger up there. And yeah, Frog and Robo are 2 other good examples of that. So I think I could qualify for Chrono Trigger, and I think I could qualify for Final Fantasy VI and Portal 2. That brings us up to 3, by the way. Pika mentions Kingdom Hearts. So... So, no, Kingdom Hearts falls apart in 2 elements. One is the world building, of which there's almost an absence of world building in Kingdom Hearts. In fact, there's usually world destruction in Kingdom Hearts, because the game just likes to throw its own rules out the window and go all willy-nilly with it. And the other thing, which is whatever this finger is, hang on, character growth, ironically, is something Kingdom Hearts is very weak at. I'm going to stop acknowledging answers because I need to get on with playing this game. But you get my point. It's extremely rare that a game does good in all 6 points at the same time. Detroit Become Human? No! No, 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 no. FF10? The problem with FF10 is only one character in FF10 has a character arc. And I don't think that qualifies for doing well in all 6 categories, you know what I mean? So I think we would say no real character growth in FF10. Jekt, I'm not even counting Jekt. So, 10, it does pretty well in the other 5, though. I'll give you that. Thank you, Fringe Philosopher. I do always appreciate. Yeah, no, we're moving on. I'm actually not just alt-tabbed to talk about the 6 points of story. I'm actually alt-tabbed to type up some negatives to this game. Just for Sean and for no other reason. I figured poor Sean is probably upset at how few negatives I've given, so I figured, you know, I can make up a few negatives. XCOM 2, you got it. I agree, that would be a great topic to bring up during Polemic Day, and I know what you're thinking. But Polemic Day tends to devolve, like, most people hit the hard-hitting questions early, and then it tends to devolve into, I shouldn't say devolve, it tends to change into just being a Q&A stream, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with a Q&A stream, so remember that topic if you want to bring it up then, because it's an interesting one. Hey, Fringe Philosopher, is there anything else you want to put money towards? Because I've got 3 dealer's choice I could kick towards XCOM 2 if you want to. I'm going to keep ignoring you, Pika, because I think I've made my point clear here. We need to move on. Although I can't think of any character growth in Turna off the top of my head. There's probably world building there. I don't think it's particularly fun, and I don't think there's any real theme, so I would say no, it doesn't have like most of those things. But I'm gonna ignore these questions. Because we're done. We're done with the topic. We need to move on. So let's give 4 more negatives there to story. It was not a joke, Lothario. Any Jedi or Force user could be killed under optimal circumstances by a normal person, and Shepard is certainly an experienced soldier. Alright, so hang on. So French Philosopher wants to put things towards extant. Anything else? The Cerberus Taco Cart Theorem. What? Yeah, I'm sorry. Palpatine, caught unawares, could be killed by 1 sniper. But then again, any Force user could. No rush, French Philosopher. So, I want to talk out this negative. Story sequencing. We actually first came up with this category while covering a game called Final Fantasy IV, which is a damn good game, but has bad story sequencing. Story sequencing is what I like to call the connective tissue in between story elements. It's how you get from point A to point C to point D and so forth and so on. And good story sequencing. Did you not hear me just say caught unawares? Also, to be perfectly frank, if any Jedi could always predict when anyone was going to attack them, then Jedi wouldn't die. They obviously can't do that. At least not with total certainty and total reliability. So, no. Anyways, story sequencing. The story sequencing in Mass Effect 2 sucks. Now, you might think it's because of the malleable nature and you being able to do what and where. Actually, that's not it at all. That's fine. The problem is there really should be better structure to it. Someone mentioned this casually in chat, but I actually agree with this idea completely. There's 3 distinctive acts to Mass Effect 2. We do missions, and then after certain triggers are met, we do something called the Horizon mission, which we're very close to. We'll be doing that in probably about an hour or so. Once we do the Horizon mission, we could do 5 or so missions of specific types, and once those are done, we do the collector mission. Once that's done, we have time to do a couple of other things, and then we do the IFF mission, and then we move on to the end game. Each act is very clearly denominated by what you can do in which act, and it will literally force you into a certain mission in order to notate the act passage. The problem is we're still recruiting in Act 2. What should be, the way this should work, is you should have all the available recruiting missions in Act 1. None of the loyalty missions, just the recruiting missions. Then we do Horizon. Then Act 2 is when all the loyalty missions become available. And then we move on to Act 3, and that's the finale and the wrap-up and all the other miscellaneous and DLC stuff. That would be a much better structure. Not just in general, like even from like a television perspective, that would be a better structure, but from a game perspective, the fact that we literally cannot bring certain party members at certain points of the time because we don't have them yet, because we can't get them yet, is frustrating in its own right. But then there's also the fact that it kind of enforces you to sit down and really map out how you want to do what and where. I have a freaking guide up here on the side just to make sure I don't screw this up for the sake of this run. And yeah, the fact that you can't get Legion until after the IFF is eyebrow-raising. RE2R. You got it, Fringe. Give me 1 second here. Anything else catch your eye? I've got 3. Yeah, FF, exactly, Blade Chevelle. You know what I'm talking about. Anybody who's played FF4 knows what I'm talking about. I love FF4 to death, but a lot of events just happen in the wrong order. And yeah, there's no saying no to any of the missions. You're right, Sean. So, negatives to story. Okay. Please ignore the other 10 positives to story I gave during the lunch break. All right. Got that out of the way, finally. We're not talking about the 6 points of story anymore. Because we all know the only game that has the best of all the 6 points of story is GTA 5. So, let's recruit Jack, shall we?
Welcome to the Purgatory, Shepard. Your package is being prepped and you can claim it shortly. As this is a high-security vessel, you'll need to relinquish your weapons before we proceed.
I'll relinquish 1 bullet. Where do you want it?
Everyone stand down. Commander, I'm Warden Kirill, and this is my ship. Your weapons will be returned on the way out. You must realize this is just a standard procedure.
I'm not surrendering my gun. Period.
Let them proceed. Our facility is more than secure enough to handle 3 armed guests. We're bringing Jack out of cryo. As soon as the funds clear, you can be on your way. If you'll follow me to out-processing for the pickup, Commander.
Let's go.
You know, I don't mean to sound horrible, but I've seen worse jails than this in real life, Don Curl. Non-exaggeratively, non-jokingly.
As you can see, we keep tight control over the population.
The only real difference is this has more automation, more privacy, and,
Each prisoner's cell is a self-contained modular unit. I've blown a few out the airlocks as an example.
a couple other things.
The ship is made up of 30 cell blocks identical to this one. We house thousands of criminals. We can put the whole place in lockdown on a moment's notice. Nothing goes wrong here.
Right. Okay, so hang on. So that was... Sorry, give me 1 second. You want to put that towards Fallout 1 and 2. And the Dragon Age block. You got it. Done. Yeah, American jails are terrible. And that's all I'm going to say about that. That's not a polemic statement. That is a statement of fact. Like I said, I have literally been in jails worse than this in real life. So, it's weird to think of. It's one of those funny things. I don't mind this, as weird as that may sound. Fiction tends to portray something and say, this is horrible. But when you compare it to real life, it's not. 2 examples right off the top of my head. Office Space, the film. This is horrible corporate life. Except if you actually pay attention to it, no, the job he has is really good. Especially by modern days office worker standards. Or, another example would be Mega City 1, or whatever the hell it was, in the most recent Judge Dredd film. Where it was like, hey, we have this many crimes per day, and it's nowhere near as bad as actual real-life cities have. Now, you're probably thinking, Mega City, it is Mega City 1, I was right. The reason I'm bringing this up is because there's a common tendency for writers to not be horrible human beings. No, really, that's where this comes from. And most people who are writers aren't evil, horrific people. So when they try to make something horrible, they do one of 2 things. They either research actually horrible things and just pattern their fiction off of real life, or they do this. They say it's horrible, but no, it's not by comparison. And I don't mind that. Not really. If I wanted horrible, I'd look out my front door.
Can you tell me about Jack?
Cerberus hasn't told you? Jack is the meanest handful of violence and hate I've ever encountered. Dangerous, crazy, and very powerful. You'll see soon enough.
How'd you end up running this ship?
I was in law enforcement on Palaven and got sick of seeing criminals escape out into the galaxy to carry on with their crimes. Bounty hunters aren't dependable. Eventually I hit upon this idea. Keep the criminals in space, and the galaxy is a safer place.
Very Turian way of thinking.
You do this because you think it's necessary?
Every day I see the worst sapient life has to offer. Governments are soft, unwilling to make the hard choices. Someone had to stand up and make the galaxy safe.
Maintaining a population this size in space can't be cheap.
We can cut corners that governments can't, and each prisoner brings in a fee from his homeworld. These individuals are violent, and their home planets pay well to keep them here.
By the way, that's a thing in real life, too. I forget what it's actually called, but you know how there's for-profit prisons? There's also a concept of what is effectively a blackmail prison. We keep this person locked up because otherwise they'll go free. Usually they blackmail things like counties or cities, but this is a real thing, too.
What happens if the homeworld doesn't want to pay?
We explain that we can't maintain the prisoner without their help, so we'll be forced to release him back onto his homeworld at an unspecified place and time.
So it's an extortion racket.
You don't have to agree with my methods, but don't question my motives. These are despicable people, and I'm keeping them locked up.
Let's get on with this.
Bet it'd be hell trying to escape from this place.
We're in space. They have nowhere to go, and they know it. But still, we exercise extreme caution. These are dangerous individuals. We have many ways to control the population.
Yes, true thought.
I'm going to confirm that the funds from Cerberus cleared. Out-processing is straight down this hallway. Just keep going past the interrogation rooms and the Supermax wing.
See you around, French philosopher.
I'll catch up with you later, Shepard.
Oh, it's obvious, Space Cadet. You kill him!
Torture. These are some sick freaks.
You just do this, obviously.
Is there something I can do for you?
There's no excuse for beating a prisoner who can't fight back.
This is a massage compared to what his victims went through.
This degrades you as much as him.
We have orders.
You're not important enough to make your own decisions?
I admit, I sometimes get tired of this. Does this really get us anything useful?
Stop this. For your own sake.
Yeah, you're right. Call it off. At least for now.
Your package will be at out processing just down the hall.
Why? Just why? Like, there's absolutely no benefit to anybody, for anybody, to just beat these people up.
Hey guys, over here! Let me ask you something. If you're buying prisoners, can you buy me? Man, I don't care where you take me or what you do to me. It's gotta be better than this.
We're here for Jack.
Jack? Forget what I just said. I don't want to go nowhere with you.
I thought this ship was a prison, not a market.
Sometimes people buy cons so they can do some punishing of their own, if you understand. Warden sells this to whoever can pay enough.
Why are they interrogating that prisoner? You know something?
Nah, that's Bimmy. He don't know nothing. He offed someone in the showers yesterday, I think. Guy he killed was worth a lot to the warden. Yeah, sucks to be Bimmy right now.
Oh, there you go. That's why they're beating him.
They're going at it pretty hard. Do they ever kill prisoners by accident?
Haven't heard of anyone dying. Warden can't make money off us if we're dead. Funny thing, though. The more a guard does it, the meaner he gets. So they rotate him through.
Right.
So, what are you in for?
I killed a few people. Only about 20 or so. And I blew up that one habitat. Small time compared to most of the guys here.
Yeah, that's the other thing. It'll be interesting to see what other kind of prisoners are in here. I don't think Jack was ever that bad. I think Jack had a horrific upbringing, and then was thrown out into an uncaring and unpleasant galaxy, with nothing to her name other than her raw power. Imagine, if you will, Star Wars. And you are really strong in the Force, but there's no Jedi, and there's no Sith. There's no anybody. There's just the galaxy. Yeah.
Tell me more about Jack.
The worst trouble you ever saw. Mixed with some crazy and way too much biotic power. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, exactly, Narshada. Or Narshada. Is that so your name is now Narshada?
What's it like here?
Bad. And you gotta watch out. Damn, but someone's always after your stuff. Your smokes, your clothes, your pride. I haven't taken a shower in 3 months.
I should go.
Wish I could go.
There you go. You're gone.
I hear the screaming in my head. It's nice, yeah.
Nice, Pete. But yes, Jack... So, hang on. We have a weird... So I'm going to give one more story negative to this game. Just for you, Sean. I'm not sure what to call it, though. It's the opposite of cutscene incompetence. Certain characters are only competent in cutscenes. Like, they have cutscene power, is effectively what it is. Yeah, the cutscene superpowers. And it's weird. Jack is probably the most severe example of this, but we've actually already seen that with both Shepard and Kasumi. It's just as soon as the cutscene starts, it's like, ha 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 ha, you know? It's weird the way they do that. Now, you could argue balance and all that stupid stuff, and you'd be wrong. There's lots of ways to balance making a character that's strong or powerful or useful in gameplay so that they can maintain the integration of being a powerful person in lore. Right off the top of my head, the most basic, boring way you can make Jack like that is make all her abilities substantially stronger. Probably give her unique abilities, but make her abilities substantially stronger than everyone else's, and give them a huge cooldown. Just, wukong! And then all she can do is fire her gun for like 10 seconds. There you go. Done. Right? Now, that's kind of boring, I'll admit it, but my point is, that's how easy that problem is to solve. Or yeah, turn her into a flat-out glass cannon, or just something. There's several ways you can do this. Ooh, that's a good one. I like that. Make her powers actually drain her health. That would be an interesting mechanic. Either way, negative to story. Moving on.
Side of the room.
Nice place. Either like it or I'm going to destroy it.
My apologies, Shepard. You're more valuable as a prisoner than a customer.
Destroy it is.
Drop your weapons and proceed into this open cell. You will not be harmed.
You talked up your noble intentions with this prison, but it turns out you're a criminal like the rest.
Activate systems.
We've got company.
Shields are down.
It's okay, it's just Blue Suns. We've killed plenty of these guys. And honestly, despite my earlier statements, screw this prison.
Enemy down!
How'd you like that?
What kind of irritates me about this is that this guy's a moron. Like, okay. Let's ignore for a moment that he thinks that he can actually stop us, given our rep. Let's ignore the fact that Shepard isn't actually that super badass.
Shepard is loose.
We have to get Jack out of cryo.
Even ignoring the fact that we're not super badass, we're still Shepard. With our squad right here, with our ship right there, and people know we came here. Even if we don't break out with the resources we have on hand, they're gonna have a problem the moment anybody finds out that we're still here. Despite all of that, I don't think that's a negative. I think that's just someone being stupid and greedy. If I was to give something a negative every time someone was stupid and greedy, let's just say those negative counters would go up very quickly. It's yeah, exactly. It's very short-sighted. It is the definition of short-term gain for long-term loss.
Shepard is on the loose.
Where is my team, and why are they not helping me here? Thank you, team. I mean, in my defense, he shot at me first.
If we hack that control, every door on the cell block opens.
It's the only way to get Jack out of there.
I'm doing it. Be ready.
That's fair, Sierra Mike. You're absolutely right. By the way, I'm pretty sure the Shadow Broker and the Collectors are the one offering to actually pay for us. Hello, Jack.
That's Jack?
Gotta admit, first time I saw her, this is not what I was expecting. Remember, those are bosses.
We have to get down there, now.
So imagine if she had an ability, which was a melee range ability, which just kills something. Like anything that isn't a full-scale boss. Just right up to an Atlas mech, bonk! But, like, she has to get up in melee range, and it's got a gargantuan cooldown, and it damages her in doing it. There you go. Super powerful in gameplay.
This should come in handy.
All guards, restore order. Lethal force authorized. But don't kill Jack. Tex, lockdown, lockdown.
Sectors 7, 9, and 11 have lost life support. No survivors.
Oh no, the prisoners died. Great. It's just... Great system you got here, buddy. Just a great system, really. That was weird.
Gotcha. Understood.
No, don't...
All prisoners, return to your cells immediately, or I'll open every airlock on this ship.
Shepard, the warden has locked down the area behind you. You must find another exit route.
Yeah, there's an arena coming up. I forget if it's this one or the next one. That I had to do... God, 20 times when I was going through this on Insanity.
Going silent.
Good God. I mean, Anderson claims he doesn't have weight or sway, but I guarantee you, if Anderson found out about this crap, he would commandeer a ship himself, torpedo his career, and come out here to save us personally. Tell me I'm wrong. Oh, yeah. Right. Thank you for reminding me. Plus to gameplay for hacking, negative to gameplay for hacking. No, I'm dead serious. The minigames for hacking are actually neat this time around, and honestly, I enjoy them. But it overuses the crap out of them when they get old. Okay. We're in the jail cell. Huh? What's going on? And we of course can't see anything. We just hear muffled explosions. And then there's this silence, and we're looking around, kind of confused. Ready to go. And then there's this kong, kong, kong on the cell. And we're kind of moved around as the cell is being repositioned. Kong. Door opens. Kirihei standing right there around. Commander? Hold the line.
Lockdown in blocks 4, 7, and 8.
The hull has been breached in
But
sectors 12, 14.
how could she see without her visor, okay? He is a bit of a cloaca, but, you know. I mean, you're absolutely right. Drahunchiously? Am I saying that even remotely correctly?
They've seen us.
Excuse me. Yeah, Rex. You know what? Yeah, Rex, my brother, finds out about this. They did what? They imprisoned Shepard?
There we go!
You know what? You're right, Lord Hermon. It would probably be a frickin' brownie points moment for him.
Now you see me.
And yeah, it's just Rex. It's not an army. It's not a whole squad. It's not a fleet. Rex has come by himself, taken down everyone, and just smashed his way through the facility. Oh, man. Shepard. Rex. And no, there would be a dialogue option. You could say, I'm happy to see you, or about time, but one of the dialogue options would literally just say, Rex.
Cloaking!
Yeah, that's the middle option. Exactly.
Me, Shepard.
You know, that's actually a valid point. This would have been an excellent time to do a Princess Peach section, where we play as Rex, or play as Anderson, or whoever, and come and rescue us.
Look out!
Yeah, exactly, MPBY.
Find Jack! Forward! Find Jack!
And in true Dragon Age Origins fashion, I'd make it a supposed-to-lose fight that you could win. Basically make that the super optional fight, just like, whatever her damn name is. Cothrian. Sir Cothrian. Just checking for loot. This place is about to be on fire, so, you know. More than it is.
All guards to cell block 1!
You're valuable, Shepard. I could have sold you and lived like a king. But you're too much trouble. At least I can recapture Jack.
Not happening. You're a two-bit slave trader, and I don't have time for it.
I do the hard things civil governments are unwilling to. This is for the good of the galaxy.
Didn't you just... Okay.
I'm going in! Grabbing cover!
You live like kings! Damn hell-ass kings! Sorry. I don't know if this guy even qualifies as a critic, honestly. Kasumi is very useful in combat. She's probably earned a permanent slot in my party for the moment. At least until I get Tali. Then it's going to be Tali and Garrus for the rest of the game. Well, that's not true. They're going to be my mains.
Overloading.
Hello. Hi. Hang on, let me reload here. There we go. There Don't mind me. Listen, Morden is the best. But he's an engineer.
We're compromised.
This'll help.
Flash shield.
Stop!
Cerberus.
Hi.
What the hell do you want?
You're in a bad situation, and I'm gonna get you out of here.
Shit, you sound like a pussy. I'm not going anywhere with you. You're Cerberus.
I'm here to ask for your help.
You show up in a Cerberus frigate to take me away somewhere? You think I'm stupid?
Yes.
This ship is going down in flames. We can get you to safety, and we're asking for your help.
We could just knock her out and take her.
I'd like to see you try.
We're not gonna attack her.
Good move. Look, you want me to come with you? Make it worth my while.
Join my team, and I'll do what I can for you.
Don't make promises you can't keep. I bet your ship's got lots of Cerberus databases. I want to look at those files, see what Cerberus has got on me. You want me on your team? Let me go through those databases.
Bluff. Why would I ever lie to her about this? What possible benefit is there to doing that? Sorry, I need to double check something. What really weirds me out. So this is Courtney Taylor, right? Now, I tend to remember her most as Jahani from KOTOR, where she's not really a good actress. Which is weird, because she's really good here. She's also several characters in New Vegas, I didn't know that. And StarCraft 2, I knew that one. Does a bunch of stuff in Tor, of course. But there's something else. There it is. Is this it? Hang on a second. Yep. She is the more modern voice of Ada Wong. That's the one I was looking at. From the Resident Evil series. She usually plays secondary characters, which is weird because she's a good actress. Anyways.
I'll give you full access.
Shepard, you're not authorized to do that.
Oh, it upsets the cheerleader. Even better. You better be straight up with me.
Okay.
So why the hell are we standing here?
Move out.
So Jack, I would like to introduce you to one thing, okay? It's called a shirt. Recruited prisoner known as Jack for the team. Purgatory's portrayal of Shepard unacceptable. Fortunately, was able to reverse the credit transfer. May have to take steps against the Blue Suns to demonstrate the consequences of interference. Really, Tara? Jesus.
Welcome to the Normandy, Jack. I'm Miranda, Shepard's second in command. On this ship, we follow orders.
Tell the Cerberus cheerleader to back off, Shepard. I'm here because of our deal.
Miranda will let you into the system. Let me know what you find.
Hear that, precious? We're going to be friends. You, me, and every embarrassing little secret. I'll be reading down in the hold, or somewhere near the bottom. I don't like a lot of through traffic. Keep your people off me. Better that way.
Now, if I was willing to give this game credit, which I am, it's worth noting, I would say that one of the reasons that Miranda and Jack rub each other the wrong way is because it's so obvious that the two have so much in common with each other. They see so much of what they don't like in each other. I mean, even ignoring the obvious stuff about the fact that one's Cerberus and one's Jack, even if we throw the Cerberus stuff out the window, the two have a lot in common in their backstory, in their mentality, even in their general personality type. Yeah, it's really obvious to see how Miranda could have ended up like Jack, and vice versa. Just checking a few things here. Did I get anything there? No. The only downside, of course, is that we never really get to see any fulfillment of that. I would have loved it. Like, you know how Liliana and Morrigan kind of developed this not quite friendship thing in the background? It even shows up in Inquisition. I would have loved for something like that. Oh, actually, you know what a better example of that is? Isabella and awesome lady I can never think of her name of in 2. Aveline. Isabella and Aveline. That is the kind of thing I would have loved to see develop between Miranda and Jack. But unfortunately, that doesn't happen, so yay. Whoops. Yeah, I don't need that. Anything cool here yet? Nope. Not really. Okay, so we did our last recruitment mission.
Shepard, how can I help?
Have you got a minute to talk?
Perhaps later.
Have you got a minute to talk?
Perhaps later. Trying to determine how Scale Itch got onto Normandy. Sexually transmitted disease only carried by Varen. Implications unpleasant. Anything else?
Thanks, Kelly.
We'll be here if you need.
Appreciate you. Thanks for that. Udina said this would reach you. I wanted to know that I haven't forgotten about what you did for me that day those crazy biotics took me hostage. You talked him down and got me off that ship alive. I won't lie to you. I took this job for the pull and the power. I saw the biotics issue as a stepping stone, something good to put on my resume. I was wrong. We all serve humanity in our own way. I don't know what it is you're doing, but I'm going to see to it that humanity reaches the potential with a minimum of bloodshed. I'm getting letters of thanks from the L2 biotics who received reparations. Those letters really should be coming to you. I just thought you should know. Good luck. I've taken some political heat, so I don't know any offer that I can help you that would be useful, but if you need me, I won't let you down. Martin Burns, Chairman, Subcommittee for Transhuman Studies. Remember him? This is why I like the emails. Little stuff like that. Good stuff. I like it. I like it. Kelly, tell me about how much you want to have sex with Jack.
Jack's tattoos are beautiful. As colorful as her past, I'm sure. I have concerns with her temper, though.
You have worries about Jack?
I know she'll be solid under fire, but her attitude suggests deep personal issues. She pushes people away, yet approaches sex casually. I don't think she understands her own motivations. I wouldn't be surprised if she makes advances on you. If you want her respect, think twice.
Ironically, that is correct. If you have sex with Jack immediately, you kind of torpedo the romance with Jack. You need to say no initially and actually develop a real connection with her.
I'll do my best not to piss her off.
Please warn me if you fail. I want a chance to hide. Anyway, how may I help you, Commander?
That'll be all.
I'll be here if you need anything.
Just for you, Aqualitas? Just for you. We will not do it. You talked me into it. Son of a gun. I'm out.
message coming in from the elusive man. Patching him in through the comm room.
Yeah, so like I said, they literally don't let you do anything else. You have to do the next mission as part of the act transition.
Shepard, I think we have them. Horizon, one of our colonies in the Terminus systems, just went silent. If it isn't under attack, it soon will be. Has Morden delivered the countermeasure for the Seeker swarms?
Not yet.
Let's hope he works well under pressure. There's something else you should know. One of your former crew, Caden Alenko, is stationed on Horizon.
Oh?
Last I knew, Caden was Alliance. Why is he out in the Terminus systems?
Officially, it's an outreach program to improve Alliance relation with the colonies, but they're up to something. And if they sent Commander Alenko, it must be big. I suggest you take it up with him.
The Collectors just happened to pick a colony with one of my former crew? I don't buy it.
It shouldn't be a surprise the Collectors are interested in you, especially if they're working for the Reapers. They might be going after him to get to you.
Send the coordinates. We'll head straight there.
This is the most warning we've ever had, Shepard. Good luck.
No, I think he just likes to operate in that lighting.
I've got to go see the professor.
Aye, aye, Commander.
He's got the implants in his eyes, after all. So here's the small bug. Look at that thing.
Tell me you have something.
Yes.
Well, what do you have? Morden? Morden? Talk to me! Sing to me, Morden! Sing to me! My God. Oh, we have to check out Caden's ass when we see him. We have to check out his ass.
Lilith, we've got a problem.
Still can't calibrate the targeting matrix?
Those defense towers are useless if we don't figure it out.
Sorry, Commander. Getting our comm systems back online takes priority.
Yeah. Okay. Surprised people haven't tried to blame that one on me, too.
People out here don't trust the Alliance. It's nothing personal. What is that?
Big ship that can maneuver an Atmo. That's not a good thing.
Get everyone to the safe house.
I've already gotten everyone to the safe house.
Hurry! Run! Hurry!
Oh my God! It's the Geth! No, Caden. I think it's literally just a chunk of their base they detached. Oh, these things are terrifying. Are you kidding me? Just, ugh.
Assuming control.
harbinger of their perfection. Prepare these humans for ascension.
Hello, Harbinger. I can't wait to see you in Mass Effect 3 and all the wonderful dialogue and character and all of just the speeches you're gonna give. It's gonna be fantastic. I am so looking forward to it. I actually agree that I like Sovereign better than Harbinger, but don't mistake me for saying that I dislike Harbinger. Harbinger's just different. In fact, appropriately, Harbinger is much more personal, which fits Mass Effect 2, whereas Sovereign is much more distant, which fits Mass Effect 1. And in 3 we have... Anyways, in 3 we have Bad Dreams. Let's go with those two. More than what you got. Once upon a time, people who were interested in dissecting and discussing the lore of Mass Effect would pull apart the dialogue of Harbinger because he implies a lot of things with his dialogue. All of it was thrown out completely for 3, but there was a lot of fascinating implications just in 2. And remember, we're reviewing 2 right now. We'll negative this once we get to 3. God, I am going to give so many external continuity negatives for 3. You have no idea. Anyways, alright, so let's do Cryo. That's what I really want. Yeah, let's nuke that all the way up there. Okay, so we've got full or AoE. We'll go with full for him. Marauder Shields is like, no, Shepard! You don't understand! Oh, I don't know, I mean, I do know, Pancakes. I just don't know why they thought that was a good idea. But here we are. Make sure we got the right guns. Which we do. Always remember, Marauder Shields. We can't beat Mass Effect 3's external continuity conventionally. Yeah, the writing room for Mass Effect 3, we actually know quite a bit about what happened there. And it was just a mess. It was just a mess. I'm not even talking about the ending, which is also a mess. Where they actually locked the 2 writers in a room and said, go write the ending.
Mort, you sure these armor upgrades will protect us from the Seeker swarms?
Certainty impossible, but in limited numbers, should confused detection make us invisible to swarms. In theory.
In theory?
Experimental technology. Only test is contact with Seeker swarms. Have to test them in person. Should be exciting.
Love you, Martin. Oh, hang on. I'm sorry. Real quick. So, new enemy type. This game already has good enemy variety, but now we add an entirely new enemy type to the list. And we're about to add another new enemy type, too. The enemy that is Nightmarish Horror. Hi, Evo. We're doing Horizon, the end of Act 1. Oh. Yeah, silence. Oh god, why do those exist? Oh, why do they exist? Okay. Yeah, things like scions do not exist within the extant. To use an example. But yes, we have swept Act 1. I have been quite efficient, probably because I'm literally using a guide.
Commander, we're getting all interference. We can't maintain it.
Collector ship disrupting communications.
I don't know why.
Trouble ahead.
I'm sorry. Someone's saying the scions are cute. Because if so, Sean, I need you to stab someone for me. Or just, you know.
Those things look like the husks the Geth used on Eden Prime.
The Geth got that technology from Sovereign.
The elusive man was right. Collectors working with Reapers.
Which we knew all along, but you know, confirmation. Nice place for a colony. Don't worry about it, Zetzler. Don't worry about it. Also, don't leave for maybe about 10, 15 minutes. Give or take.
Husks have human characteristics, possibly repurposed colonists.
No. On Eden Prime, they use giant spikes to turn people into husks. Dragon's teeth. I don't see any here. These aren't the colonists. The collectors took them for something else. Live.
The collectors must be experimenting on the colonists. What are they up to?
Maybe it's better not to know all the gory details.
Find out for sure when you stop them.
It's like this, Shepard. You ever heard of a protein smoothie?
The collectors aren't getting away with more victims. Let's move out.
Yes, sir. Just like freedom's progress. Gone.
No signs of resistance. Must have happened quickly.
Damn it. It's the wrong thing. Nice cryo, Morton. Aw, painlings are so cute when they're done as a plushie and not what they actually are. I actually really thought about buying those Harbot plushies, but I couldn't really justify it. Couldn't get them for myself. They weren't sharks. And I can't buy one Zergling plushie. You gotta buy like 10. I don't have that kind of money.
Victim appears conscious. fully aware, trapped in stasis. Fascinating.
They've
wonder
been
if
like
there's-
this a long time.
What if they're still fully aware when they, you know, smoothie them? Don't answer that, by the way. I mean, I didn't actually mean to give that away. I apologize. So I'm just going to spoil this. Yes, they are actually aware when that happens. We know this because if you get the worst possible outcome, they are alive when it happens. And screaming. So, we've already had a new enemy type. Let's add an enemy mutation. Now, ironically, on some difficulties, this actually makes this easier.
Lost shield.
Because while he gains health and damage and abilities, it also takes a moment. And if you're good about it, it serves as kind of a stun lock for the situation.
Neutralize.
You are short-sighted.
Yeah, I know I missed the collector beam, although I'm not sure where. I think you're lying to me, Dream Whisperer. You're just trying to steal my collector beam. Why would you do this to me, Dream Whisperer? I thought you were my friend. You were at my daughter's wedding.
I've got it. You're assuming control.
Oh, there it is.
Assuming direct control.
So, despite the ammo limitations, this is actually my
Show you true power.
got him! My favorite heavy weapon. And this is why.
Shield down.
Although the cane is awesome. But yeah, I love a good particle weapon. What can I say? Particle beam, particle beam. Zaid is the best character in the game, bar none. We have not done Zaid's mission yet, no. Nor will we today.
Get out here, now.
You're human. What are you doing out here? You lead them right here.
You had to hear them try to get in. Seems like it's hard to hide from the collectors.
Those things are collectors? You mean, they're real? I thought they were just made up, you know, propaganda to keep us in Alliance space. No, they got Lilith. I saw her go down. Sten, too. They got damn near everybody.
You can tell this man's delusional. He thinks I'm human.
What's your name? What do you do here?
Name's Dewan. Mechanic. I came down to check on the main grid after we lost our comm signals. And I heard screaming. I looked outside and there were swarms of bugs. Everyone they touched just froze. I sealed the doors. Damn it, it's the Alliance's fault. They stationed that Commander Alenko here and built those defense towers. It made us a target.
You're an idiot.
Tell me more about this Alliance rep.
Commander Alenko? Heard he was some kind of hero or something. That mean nothing to me, though. Would rather he'd stayed back in Council space.
Any idea what he was doing on Horizon?
Supposed to be helping us get the defense towers up and running. I got the feeling he was here for something else. Spying on us, maybe.
Tell me about the colony defense towers.
A gift from the Alliance. High-powered Guardian lasers. Supposed to keep hostile ships from landing near the colony. Had to build a massive underground generator just to give it enough juice. Only we couldn't get the targeting systems online. So the Alliance gave us a giant gun that couldn't shoot straight. Stupid sons of bitches.
Why do you think this is the Alliance's fault?
We're just a small colony. Nobody bothered us before we started building those damn defense towers and drew attention to ourselves. I left Council space to get away from the Alliance. Nothing good ever comes from getting mixed up with them.
The Collectors are targeting remote colonies. The Alliance was trying to help.
I don't need their help. Too many strings attached. That rep said he was just here to get the towers online, but mark my word, there's more to it.
Right. Well, time to stab you.
If you have defenses, we can use them against the Collector ship.
You'd need to calibrate the targeting system first. It's never worked right.
We should be able to figure it out. Just tell us where to find it.
I should have brought Garrus.
For the main transmitter on the other side of the colony, pretty hard to miss. The targeting controls are at the base.
It's probably just better if you stay out of the way.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I'll let you out, but I'm locking the door behind you. I'm not taking any chances. Good luck. I think you're gonna need it.
I brought Jacob because he wanted to be on the front line of this sort of thing. Like, this is why he signed up for this crap, right? So... here we go. That's it. Also, I kind of like torturing my viewers. Just, I want suffering. You know, I feed on suffering. So, what are these? Sorry.
Oh! Grabbed him!
That's irritating. When they transform into a damaged one, I'm in the middle of killing.
Control. Sentient beings never fear pain.
Thought I was harmless to you.
This hurts you.
Hey, what's that scion over there? Well, it's on its way over here. I guess we'll see it up close in a minute. I'm dealing with a much bigger threat of Harbinger here.
Your attack is an insult. Your form is fragile.
Taking fire.
So, those of you not familiar of what a scion is, well, it's a person with a gun for an arm, with a giant bulbous sack of death on their back. Yet on Unsane, these skins can literally one-shot you. And they have a ton of health, and honestly, only the 2 weak points. Those guys suck to fight. There's something worse than them on Insanity, but it's okay. We'll be seeing that in a few minutes. No, it's just the one person. Don't worry about it. They didn't merge multiple people into making a cannon. And it's okay, during the synthesis ending, those people get restored. Okay, I'm okay. Okay. Synthesis! Good ending!
Valuable.
Yay! Everything's great forever. Well, I say restored. Imagine waking up and returning to your sentience and sapience.
Colonists loaded onto ship. Collectors nearly finished here.
Probably a better way to phrase that. Now, in a comedy, I could see you doing something with that. Oh, yeah, Bob. He's my arm over here. He decided to get a job, you know, working for Microsoft. And honestly, I've never really been an Xbox guy myself, so I got a job working at Sony. It's a little awkward, but, you know, he looks that way, I look this way, and we just work from home. We make it work. We make it work. Brutes? Let's not even talk about Brutes yet. Let's not even talk about Brutes. I do not, Latario. I'm sorry. No. Brutes aren't cute. Brutes are sexy. Oh yeah, combine those different types of beings together. Gotta love abominations, am I right? I mean, are you even living if you don't have abominations? Ah, right. So, this fight, I almost gave up on my Insanity playthrough on this fight. This is probably the hardest boss of the entire game. My opinion. So we start off with some Geth and a Scion, which is already on approach. Excuse me, 2 Scions. I think there's more on Insanity, but whatever. Nothing fancy, but it's mostly here to drain your ammo. What you want to do is try not to use your ammo, and instead do stuff like that.
That's where my shield!
Not do what I literally just did. Sure, why not? I got nothing better going on right now. This game. Oh, well, I can hack it through the wall. Why not? Why not? Let's do this. Hard mode engaged. Jeez, I hate when I get some bad RNG on these.
Normandy, your copy.
Joker here. Signal's weak, Commander, but we got you.
Edie, can you get the colony's defense towers online?
Errors in the calibration software are easily rectified, but it will take time to bring the towers to full power. I recommend a defensive posture. I will not be able to mask the increased generator output.
Collectors will respond with force to stop it.
Got any other helpful tips?
Just one. Enemy reinforcements are closing in. I suggest you ready weapons.
But we're currently fighting 2 Scions. Oh my god, did they get despawned?
Have a nice trip! You will not stop me. If I must tear you apart, Shepard, I will. Your attack is an insult.
Interesting.
Trouble ahead.
Stop,
Damn it, Shepard!
Bypassing fail-safes and attempting emergency power-up. Please hold the defense tower.
Requesting
Direct intervention is necessary. If I must tear you apart, Shepard, I will. You will know pain, Shepard.
Listen, Harbinger just really wants to have sex with us, okay? He was watching Fox News one night.
I will.
And he was like, oh, well, there's got to be something to that. And he just wants to know what it's all about, okay?
Is an illusion.
Fun fact, they will never actually explain why Harbinger cares about Shepard. It's yet another plot thread that's dropped in 3. The Collectors in general, which of course means the Reapers in specific,
That enemy has withdrawn. Reinforcements likely.
were very interested in getting hold of Shepard several times. They wanted to get us originally, which led to the whole thing with Cerberus getting our corpse. And they wanted to buy us off of the prison guy just a bit ago. Of course, Harbinger constantly talks to us every time we encounter him. I actually forget if it was Fox News. I just was picking the first news program that came to mind.
Face your annihilation. You cannot hurt me.
Deploying incineration tech.
Forces are active.
Guardian anti-ship batteries at 60%. Syncing targeting protocols to Normandy systems. Continue to protect the tower.
So that was one of the biggest theories for a long time, Lord Harriman. Mine included, I might add. But I don't believe that was ever actually confirmed. Like I said, it and Harbinger and the Reapers were abandoned as soon as we got to Mass Effect 3. Alright.
Get ready. Gotta be more soon.
So, these are gross, first of all. And they suck.
We need that system online.
What the hell? Whatever that is, don't get too close.
Guardian anti-ship batteries at 100%. I have
So yeah, Praetors have phases, healing abilities, ranged, melee, move fast, can fly and ignore terrain. And on harder difficulties, they can absolutely wreck your day.
I was standing that way. Ineffective attack. We're saying something else.
As you can see, I've got a bit of a strategy for this guy. You get about a second of warning before he starts doing the AI beams. His eyes will flash for a second.
Target was in view. Problematic.
Collector vessel is taking damage.
Whoa! I got a little too close. Well, let's see. Up. Hey, mid-mission checkpoints. Love to see it. Love to see it. Hi, Seth. Yeah, that is the downside of the strategy I was using. If I get a little bit too close to it when it does that attack right there, then it kills me.
Firing anti-ship batteries at collector vessel.
Admittedly, this is actually probably a plus to boss, unlike that damn fight in the Kasumi level. The only thing that brings it down is it has a little bit too many phases, too many health phases. Yeah, this is an actual boss fight. Hell, even on the difficulty we're playing, this is an actual boss fight. Which, if you ask what difficulty we're playing on, I'm afraid I have to ban you out of spite, so don't do that.
Multiple impacts. Collector vessel is taking damage.
Yeah, imagine being a Praetorian and waking up after synthesis.
Rolling out. No! Don't let him get away!
That ship is huge. Exactly how are we supposed to catch it?
Half the colony's in there. They took Egan and Sam and Lilith. Do something!
I didn't want it to end this way. I did what I could.
Don't beat yourself up, Shepard.
Shepard? Wait. I know that name. Sure, I remember you. You're some type of big Alliance hero.
Commander Shepard, captain of the Normandy, the first human Spectre, savior of the Citadel. You're in the presence of a legend, Delan. And a ghost.
All the good people we lost and you get left behind. Figures. Screw this. I'm done with you Alliance types.
I thought you were dead, Commander. We all did.
It's been too long, Caden. How have you been?
Is that all you have to say? You show up after 2 years and just act like nothing happened. I would have followed you anywhere, Commander. Thinking you were gone. It was like losing a limb.
Karth, I had to go to the Outer Rim by myself.
To let me know you were alive.
It was too important for me to go. Yeah. Let's be real, this scene sucks with Ashley, too. It actually irritates me because, as I pointed out, Ashley is an actual freaking character in Mass Effect 1. But spoilers, there's almost no difference between her and Caden here. There are a minuscule number of differences, and even those tend to rely on you actually romancing them. So this is kinda it.
Not my choice. I spent the last 2 years in some kind of coma while Cerberus rebuilt me.
You're with Cerberus now. I can't believe the reports were right.
Reports? What reports?
Alliance intel thought Cerberus might be behind the missing human colonies. I got a tip this colony might be the next one to get hit. Anderson stonewalled me, but there were rumors that you weren't dead, that you were working for the enemy.
Building the defense towers was just a cover story. The Alliance sent you here to investigate me, didn't they?
I was here for Cerberus. You were just a rumor. I wanted to believe you were alive, but I never expected anything like this. You've turned your back on everything we stood for.
Caden, you know me. You know I'd only do this for the right reason. You saw it yourself. The Collectors are targeting human colonies, and they're working with the Reapers.
I want to believe you, Shepard, but I don't trust Cerberus. They could be using the threat of a Reaper to manipulate you. What if they're behind it? What if they're working with the Collectors?
Typical Alliance attitude. You're so hung up on Cerberus that you can't see the real threat.
You're letting how you feel about their history get in the way of facts.
Maybe. Or maybe you feel like you owe Cerberus because they saved you. Maybe you're the one who's not thinking straight. You've changed. But I still know where my loyalties lie. I'm an Alliance soldier. Always will be. I've got to report back to the Citadel. They can decide if they believe your story or not.
I could use someone like you in my crew, Caden. It'll be just like old times.
No, it won't. I'll never work for Cerberus. Goodbye, Shepard. And be careful.
Joker, send the shuttle to pick...
So I love this game to death.
Enough of this colony.
But negative to story. And again, the fact that that Ashley can do pretty much the exact same thing just makes it worse. Collectors escaped with approximately 1/3 of Horizon's population. Front Corporation will funnel supplies, monetary aid to colonial survivors. Collector leader, Harbinger, demonstrates a personal interest in Shepard. Unclear whether his ability to possess his minions is cybernetic override, indication of hive mind, or even Reaper tech. Salvage teams captured Collector bodies for study. That can't go badly. If you don't ask right now, Evo, I'm going to take what's left of this tea, not tell you what flavor it is. One drop. There was one drop left. How could you do this to me, Evo? There it is. Our first external continuity negative. And you know me, I don't like to criticize without critiquing. But what really irritates me about the scene we just saw is it's so easy to fix. It's so easy to fix, right? Make it about identity again. I know I keep kind of hammering that point in, but really, Shepard should have some identity questions here, right? So Ashley / Caden shows up. Shepard! You saved us. Everything's cool. You're working with Cerberus? Wait. Shepard? And personal question. Dialogue dependent on choices in Mass Effect 1. You chose me to live. He chose me to... And they start, like, they shift in their dialogue from you to him, as if they're referring to Shepard as a separate person now. And you can make it a whole thing where Shepard could question it themselves, try to figure out what they are and who they are and blah, blah, blah. You could do something with that scene. It'd be easy. Instead, it's just... And that's it. That's the scene. Negatives to story. Gotta have her drama. Favorite companion amongst the new characters, other than Mordin. And that's important, because Mordin is the best character in the franchise. But of the new characters, who's my favorite? That's tough, because we've got Jack, who I actually really like. We've got Miranda, who I really like. We've got Jacob, who I really like. We've got Grunt, who I really like. We've got Thane, who I keep forgetting exists. Which I don't know why, he's a great character. Who I really like. But obviously it's Morinth, who is the worst character in the game. That's a good idea. Let's do a tier stream. We'll do it. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. We got Saeed. We've got Kasumi. Is that everybody? Other than Mordin, because it's Mordin. I would say I'm torn between Jack and Miranda. Traitor, Gum Gum. Traitor, Race Cat.
Shepard, good work on Horizon. Hopefully the Collectors will think twice before attacking another colony.
I mean, we did put up the best fight to date. Just because that wasn't a win just because that wasn't a complete win doesn't mean that wasn't a win. It's the first time we fought the Collectors and won. And if I might be so bold, one of the things this game actually does right is the progression of the threat of the Collectors. Let me explain what I mean by that right after I say hello and thank you to Racecat. Hello and thank you to Racecat. Oh, that's a good point. You didn't say companions, Evo. You said characters. The Elusive Man. The Elusive Man is my second favorite character. Honestly, like in the franchise, he's really an amazing, awesome character. So I would probably go with that. And I'll put that towards Eastshade. Well, obviously, Kai Lang is the best character in the franchise. So, something I've complained about recently, even, in fact, Tor screwed this up, is oftentimes a fiction will want to hell, Mass Effect 3 will screw up this exact same thing. They start off with a character, and they want the character to be better than you, right? I had this exact same problem in Final Fantasy XIV as well. Tor did this with Arkan. FF14 did this with uses too much conditioner. I can't think of his name. Yeah, Mass Effect 3 does this with Kai Lang. It's a really common thing, actually. Because what they want is they want someone to be... No, not Ranjit, although they do this with Ranjit, but no, Xenos, thank you. Conditioner. They want someone to be threatening and powerful and dangerous, and they want you to have to grow to overcome this foe. It's obvious the arc, because this makes so much sense, right? They want you to step up. They want you to be like, oh my god, this is where I'm at. And then you have to get up and over in order to progress. It's a very, 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 very common thing. It's also extremely easy to screw up, as in the 3 examples I just gave. But I think they do the Collectors properly here, my opinion. Because the Collectors show up, and in a surprise attack, when we don't know who they are, or what they are, or what they want, they manage to get the drop on us. Alpha Strike, take out the SR-1, we're out. Cool. Then, we move forward a little bit, we find out a little bit more about what's going on. We go through the first act, and then at the end of Act 1, we have the Horizon mission, where we start to encounter the Collectors, and we find out that they're pretty dangerous. They are easily the most deadly of the types of enemies we've encountered so far, between the additional damage types, the barriers, the new husks with the Scion and the Praetor, as well as, of course, Harbinger possessing them. But we are still able to push them back and get a partial victory against them. Then there's going to be the the Collector ship mission, which is the next big one, which will progress it a little bit further. And once again, we will not successfully kill them. We will not successfully completely win, but we will survive and endure that particular encounter and move forward to the actual final encounter where we then beat them. It's a proper progression, as it should be. It is the exact freaking inverse of Kai Lang, which screws up every single one of these steps. So, yeah, no. Collector's good. I just wanted to give praise on that, because there's so many times this year we've brought up this exact concept several times. And again, we're about to bring it up again with Mass Effect 3. How often video games screw this up. So I wanted to give positives where positive are worth noting, that they actually did this proper like. Do I get mad or upset if someone touches my things without asking? No. Hey, don't touch that, Evo. This is my mug. Now, you probably think I'm bashing Mass Effect 3 unfairly, and you're wrong. I want you to understand this. When we get to Mass Effect 3, I think several people are going to be surprised at how well it scores. I'm pretty sure it will be a pretty big net positive game. It's just easy to point out the things it does wrong, because the things it does wrong, it does so wrong that they can serve as a textbook example of how not to do a particular trope or a particular concept. You can clip me on that, because when we get there, who knows? I don't know. I don't prejudge these. I'm not an imperial judge that you know. And so I don't actually know what the score is going to be yet. Although, honestly, even if I was a judge, I wouldn't look at my own scores in advance.
It's not a victory. We interrupted the collectors, but they still abducted half the colony.
That's better than an entire colony, and more than we've accomplished since the abductions began. The collectors will be more careful now, but I think we can find another way to lure them in.
Caden said the Alliance got a tip about me and Cerberus. Was that you?
I may have let it slip that you were alive, and with Cerberus.
You risked the lives of my friend, my crew, and that entire colony? Just to lure the collectors there?
A calculated risk. I suspected the collectors were looking for you, or people connected to you. Now I know for certain. I told you I wouldn't sit and wait while the Reapers and collectors gather strength. Besides, they would have hit another colony eventually, and without a way to predict which one, they would have abducted everyone.
You know what I like best about the Elusive Man? Martin Sheen. You know what I like second best about Elusive Man? He's smart. It's so rare. I point it out every time we encounter one because of how rare it is to see a truly smart villain in fiction. The Elusive, and yeah, you notice how smart and pragmatic tend to marry a lot when it comes to characters. Because he's absolutely right here. He is manipulative and deceitful and evil. He is an incredibly evil person, but he is absolutely right. He made undeniably the correct call here, setting up several dominoes to set up this situation so we can get more information on how the collectors operate, and so that we would have the chance to be able to know where they're hitting, right? Like this was the correct call under these circumstances. And of course, he doesn't let any of the, like, if you call him out on his stuff, which you're given a lot of options to do so, he never really fumbles because he's always got an explanation for why he's doing things. And of course he does, because he's thought this out already. Now, I agree with Lord Harriman. Probably the biggest mistake the Elusive Man ever makes is he always keeps us in the dark, just like he keeps everyone else in the dark. I should probably mention even Miranda he tends to keep in the dark. There's only a few hints we get of that, but we do get a few hints here and there that Miranda is also not fully in the know, right? Despite being, such a trusted and venerated person. He's way too in love with his own secrets. It's almost a shame of it. I know, Javan, I know.
What's our next step?
We have to keep the pressure on the collectors. They'll be more cautious with their ground operations. So we need another opening. I'm devoting all resources to finding a way through the Omega-4 relay. We have to hit them where they live. Your team will need to be strong, as will their resolve. There's no looking back. The same goes for you. Can I assume you've put your past relationships behind you?
None of your damn business.
If it affects the mission, better you should leave it behind. Shepard, once you find a way through the Omega-4 relay to the Collector homeworld, there's no guarantee you'll return. To have any hope of surviving, you and your entire team must be fully committed to this.
This is where they talk up the loyalty concept. Because, spoilers, loyalty is a flag in this game. If you go through a loyalty mission, they can become loyal or not loyal, and that actually affects things in the end game. This is how they're kind of putting that into the narration here.
Let me worry about them. You just find us a way to the Collector homeworld.
I just want to be upfront about your odds. You'll need everyone at their best. I've forwarded 3 more dossiers. Keep building your team while I find a way through the relay. And be careful, Shepard. The Collectors will be watching you.
I guess we're really gonna do it. Hit the Omega-4 relay. Take the fight to the Collectors in person. Looking forward to the action. After seeing what those bastards did on Horizon, though, makes you think.
Don't worry, Tim will remain a great character in Mass Effect 3. I can't wait to see him there, Sean. By the way, not only have I had shepherd's pie, I've made my own. I make some damn good shepherd's pie. The trick is to really spice the meat up and make sure the meat is the 3rd layer, not the 2nd or 1st. That way all the juices and spice from the meat bleed down into the peas and into the mashed potatoes.
They're powerful, but we've got a few tricks for them. If anyone can stop them, we can.
No argument there, Commander. Horizon just made it hit home. What we're doing, what we're up against. Gonna go take care of a little unfinished business. I imagine everyone else is too. Getting some closure, you know?
You can do corn instead of peas. I love corn. I would eat corn every day if I could. Alright, so... Yeah, I like that loyalty equals survival. I know that sounds so strange, because if you think about it, it's a very video game thing. But it makes sense to me, even in lore. I know very personally what the difference is, internally and in terms of results, of when you're distracted and not operating at your best versus when you aren't distracted and are operating at your best. It's a huge gap between the two. And obviously there's a gradient in between them. But when you are actually focused, when you're really on something, you can do so much and so much better, and it's just so much more and so much better. Excuse me. Yeah, exactly, Java. No, it makes perfect sense. So, I'm going to give pluses to this game. For the loyalty missions. Just for the concept of the loyalty missions. It's actually weird to me how few other games play with this concept. I guess we'll call these prime opt, because this is where the definition of primary optional even came from. Actually, no. Well, yeah. Who's Javan? I don't know. Do any of us really know who Javan is? Some say he's a Moogle with a giant spear that operates as a dragoon. Some people say that's a bunch of hogwash. He's actually a fairy who has a giant spear who operates as a dragoon. But in my heart, I'll always think of Javan as a dinosaur with a spear who operates as a dragoon. All right, so... all we know is, some say he only knows 3 words of the English language, and one of them is duck. And some say that if he was kicking last night for Manchester, he wouldn't have missed the goal. All we know is he's called the Javan. That's all you're getting out of me, Lothario. I miss Top Gear too. It's okay, I can always go back and rewatch it because it's still awesome even now. Grand Tour was pretty awesome. I liked every episode of Grand Tour I watched. I need to watch the farming one. I haven't gotten a chance to. Oh, it's not the same. It's just I enjoy it. Which boat special, J. Palmer? For there are so many. And copy wronged. Whoops, sorry. Apparently there's a Grand Tour boat special. I'm going to say that I haven't seen that, rather than sound like an idiot, because that doesn't ring any bells. Wait. I already sound like... Any companion mission in this game that I think will get a negative? No. There's no way in hell. Javan, would you like to explain why I call you Javan? Instead of... Still game lore? I don't think I've heard of that, no. Hang on, I need to go hit Gum Gum really quick. I'm just going to pretend Gum Gum's Udina. That'll make it really easy. I have no idea what you're talking about, Django, but the fact that what is not self-apparent about it, Django? You're asking me, this cup is too hot, and then you say, what about this cup is too hot? I'm confused. What are you asking me? Actually, let's put this. Yeah, we'll put it there. What, Primus? One of these days, I actually want to do some animated summaries of the Primus campaign. But those animations take time. What other situations in the game need to be routed? So need to be routed. Nothing needs to be routed other than, like, making sure that the crew survives at the end. However, doing things in a so-called optimal order in order to make sure you have the right people for the right missions, to get the right dialogue, to get the most bang for your buck, for actually getting the best cutscenes, is absolutely a thing. For example, there's a mission I haven't done yet. It's actually the next mission I'm going to do. In order to, and I've been holding off on it specifically because I had to in order to get the cutscenes I want, stuff like that. I use Adobe Premiere, TSB. In this episode, Z gets angry. Yes, that's negative number 1. And negative number 2... Oh, speaking of which. Did I already give that negative? I probably did. Yes, I did. Okay, cool. The other negative is simply for the fact that the structure is frankly wrong. Did I have friends in school? Yeah, of course I did. I was the kid who got along with everybody. I've always had friends. That's not a brag. That's just how I am. I hope you like it, Mag. I still haven't seen it, like I said. I was also usually, I don't want to say the teacher's pet, but I did usually get along with my teacher, so... Why am I still in this stupid outfit? You know, the irony, Evo, is I probably would have gone along with you.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Does this explain it, Django? I could go to Citadel to really emphasize it if I have to. I'm not going to do that because it's a waste of time. But the map in this game is actually worse than the map in Mass Effect 1, and that's freaking impressive. Alright, so let's get on my real casual outfit. Yeah! Alright, crew! Oh, you haven't got the gloves. No, we're gonna go with that one. There we go. There we go. Much better. Yeah, I tend to forget that the map even exists in Mass Effect 2 because it is so bad. And it's only in towns or hub areas. You don't even get mission maps.
Miranda wants to see you, Commander.
Okay. Thank you for telling me. Why am I talking to Miranda? This is the N7 jacket. What are you talking about, Detective? By the way, my brother-in-law has this jacket. I'm actually quite envious.
Shepard, how can I help?
Have you got a minute to talk?
Not at the moment. Anything else?
I'll let you work.
We'll be here if you need me.
Come on. There we go. Yep, Miranda turned into Morden. They both start with M, so...
Commander, sorry I'm a little unfocused. Personal matter. It won't affect my duties.
Always have time for my crew. What is it?
As I said, it's a personal matter. I don't want to waste our time if it turns out to be a goose chase. But... well, I got pinged by a ghost the other night. Family.
I'm listening.
My private log got an update about the Hugo Gernsback, the ship my father served on. It sent an SOS last week, reporting a crash and requesting a rescue. Shepard, that ship went missing 10 years ago. I hadn't talked to my father for 3 years before that. I've buried everything but a body. I'm not convinced it isn't just some automated distress signal ticking over. It's been too long.
I think you'd be more excited that your father might be alive.
He wasn't around enough for me to have bad memories. It's an old, well-healed wound. But if he's actually alive and needs help, I also want to note that it's not normal procedure for distress calls to be routed to the Normandy. This was passed to my personal log through Cerberus filters.
A very understated but extremely powerful thing in cinematography is proper blocking. One of the things Lore Reloaded tends to look at is the blocking of like an individual scene. And you're probably wondering, why spend an entire video on that? Because you can spend 20 minutes analyzing how you set up just one 2-minute scene, because there's a lot of thought that goes into these kind of things. Mass Effect 2 has definitely upped their game. I feel like they actually got some proper cinematography excuse me, directors of cinematography on board to help with stuff like this. But it's little stuff, like the fact that Jacobs starts talking to us and then roams almost listlessly as far away from us as he can while still being in the room, and then leans behind something. So now there's a physical barrier in between him and us as we're talking, and he's way over here. All of this is demonstrating his mentality and the tone of the scene without saying a single word. And there's other stuff like this. I've been trying to point it out bit by bit as I go, because the cutscene quality has gone up substantially.
Any signs that this was a Cerberus front? Who passed this to you?
I doubt the elusive man would let a direct operation stake hold this long. If there's a link, it's probably just about money. Cerberus needs diverse holdings to fund projects like, well, you. And whoever sent this my way covered their tracks. Someone could be fishing for favors, or thought it would get under my skin. Who knows with that bunch?
You didn't get along with your father?
He made no apologies, I'll give him that. You make a mistake, you own up to it, even if you keep making it. Whatever problems we had were a lifetime ago. I've had 10 years to get to where I am, and as far as I know, he's still a ghost.
Tell me about the Hugo Gernsback and what it was doing.
Privately held frigate. I looked over the mission brief when it disappeared. Nothing stood out. Typical research and grab operation. Find an uncharted planet, stake a claim, and establish as large a presence as you can as fast as possible to shut out competitors.
I think we can spare the time. Pass the coordinates to Joker.
I appreciate that, Commander. I don't expect more than dusty old bones, but it'll be good to close the record.
Then, of course, we reset to default. We're not doing that immediately, by the way. In fact, we're not even doing that for a minute. We got other stuff to do first. Right. I'm going the wrong way. So, yes, I have watched Breaking Bad. It's okay.
Miranda wants to see you, Commander.
Yes, I know that. Thank you. Do I have a time frame for when I'm going to pause streaming to get all the pre-recorded stuff done? Yeah, as soon as we finish...
Any news on your brother? He's gone. They're all gone. But we'll get them back.
Shepard and Lawson are on it. We'll get your brother back. And make sure the collectors pay for taking him.
As soon as we finish Stardew Valley is when that's going to happen. I don't know when that's going to happen. I am not a psychic.
Hey, Commander. It's, pretty crazy the people you can run into out here, huh? I mean, it was probably a setup or something, but it was still good to see Caden, Staff Commander Alenko, wasn't it?
He moved on. I can't blame him.
He was frontline with you against a Reaper, and I'm the one who gets roped back into saving the galaxy? Did someone switch our files?
You're the force that pulls it all together, Joker.
Yeah, it sucks, I'll give you that.
I assume everything is going well up here?
We're just having an argument over personalization of my workspace.
Cerberus regulations are clear, Mr. Moreau. Personalization does not include grease on my bridge cameras.
It's just mad that all its footage of me looks like a dream sequence.
That's it for now.
See you, Commander.
No, the only streams we'll be doing during the floodgates will be the Streamination streams. Yeah, Joker was a bit of a kill stealer there. And those will be Saturdays at 10 a.m. as usual.
Stationed on Horizon?
Yes. If I hadn't joined Cerberus, I'd be abducted by the Collectors right now.
Wow, you really dodged a bullet.
Yeah, I couldn't take that. They creep the hell out of me.
Well, then I'm gonna have to kill you horribly, Twister. But that means I got Alt-Tab, which means I gotta do this. Hang on. Give me a minute. Yeah, thank goodness she'll never be captured by the Collectors. Ooh, could you imagine such a fate, honestly? Oh, that's funny. Oh my god. Hang on. It's this whole thing for sending whispers to people. It's why I don't like to do it. It's why I usually ask my mods to handle this kind of stuff. But just for you, Whisper. And by Whisper, I mean Twister. There we go. Here's your link. Okay. Shut all that back down. Back to the game. What's up, Miranda?
Shepard, I find myself in the unpleasant position of asking for your help. I don't like discussing personal matters, but this is important.
Miranda, you're one of my crew. Tell me what's on your mind.
You remember what I told you about Father? Building a dynasty? There was another reason I went to Cerberus for protection. I have a sister, a twin, and he's still hunting her. Cerberus has kept her safe, until now. She's living a normal life on Ilium, safe and hidden from my father.
So you think your father has tracked her down?
Precisely, Commander. My sources indicate he knows that she's on Ilium. I've tried to keep her hidden without impacting her life, but I'm out of options. He's too close. I need to relocate my sister's family before it's too late.
By the way, to continue the discussion about blocking, you'll notice that Miranda and Shepard start this conversation much closer than the scene with Jacob, because while Miranda is bothered by this, rather than Jacob, who's bothered by this and asking for something he doesn't like, Miranda's bothered by this and deliberately opening up to us. As I mentioned before, BioWare really likes this character archetype. Prickly on the outside, decent person on the inside. And so Miranda is trying to open up to us because she actually trusts us enough or cares enough about this in order to be like, hey, please help me with this. Despite this, she's still fidgety. You notice she's already moved position 3 times during the course of this cutscene already. And she keeps leaning or adjusting or she can't figure out what to do with her arms because she's just so fidgety over this because this is bugging the crap out of her. Again, I'm just kind of talking about the general excellence in cinematography, blocking, and animation because enjoy this. This is as good as it gets for all 4 games.
What do you know about your sister?
She's my genetic twin. We're identical, but she deserves a normal life and she's going to get it no matter what.
Does your sister's family know about this? Are they okay with being relocated?
They know nothing. They're completely uninvolved. Normal. I told Cerberus and they're coming up with a positive reason to move the family.
What do you need me to do?
My father is extremely persistent. I'd like to go to Ilium when Cerberus is moving the family to make sure none of his agents get too close. My contact's name is Lantea. She'll be waiting for us in the lounge near the Nos Astra docking bay.
That's true, Joven. Whereas Jacob is mostly just with us because he thinks we're on the level, and it's his personality archetype in general. Honestly, being liquefied alive is probably worse, Pancakes. Because you're probably aware for a decent chunk of that. Ironically, Django's correct. The collectors do both! Win-win. Okay, wait. Do we want to do... We do not. Let's do this. Okay, so let's go y'all. No, husks are not aware. Until the green ending. Actually, you know what? Hang on, let's save, just in case. Come on, there we go, okay. Back down. That's true, you can be huskified after you have already died.
Shepard, need me for something?
Have you got a minute?
Can it wait for a bit?
Okay,
I'm in the
just
middle.
making sure.
I'll be here if you need me.
So we'll try Kasumi, Zaid, Grunt, and then we'll move on. I mean, the green ending... I have been called names for my dislike of the green ending. Because I don't actually know why, so we're just going to end that statement there. But it always kind of amuses me when people kind of attack me for disliking the frickin' green ending.
So, Kenneth, did you know we've got a crazy woman squatting down in the subdeck?
What? If she touches anything, I'll kill her.
Oh, and the only thing she wears from her waist up is tattoos.
Oh, maybe I should go down and welcome her aboard.
And she's a murderer, has biotic powers that could crush you with a blink, hates everyone in Cerberus.
Damn it, girl. Stop toying with me.
I love these two so much. I really do.
Hey,
Tell me about you, Jack.
I'm still finding out about me. Thanks for letting me look at these files.
If they're helping you, that's good enough for me.
Don't be my buddy. You need me to kill for you, I need you for these files. Let's leave it there. Your friends at Cerberus are into some nasty things. I'm gonna find something I can use. I just know it.
What if the answers aren't what you expect?
I'm not looking for answers. I'm looking for names, dates, places.
What happens when you find what you're looking for?
I go hunting. Anyone who's screwed with me pays. Their associates pay. Their friends pay. The galaxy's gonna be a lot emptier when I'm done.
What's your history with Cerberus?
They raised me in a research facility. I escaped when I was a kid. Been on the run ever since. And they've been chasing me ever since. But soon, I'm gonna chase them.
Now that's a bit stark, but you'll notice this is once again a perfect area to kind of emphasize her. And notice how they're using the lighting. The red lighting, the deep shadows.
You don't have to live in this pit, you know.
It's dark, quiet, and hard to find. That spells safety to me. You know, this ship is a powerhouse. You could go pirate. Live like a king. I could help.
We have to stop the collectors. I don't have time for piracy.
When this is done, we'll either be dead or out here in space with this ship. Think about it. Lots of creds. Freedom to go wherever you want. And all the mayhem and fighting I could want.
What is it about killing that fascinates you so much?
I figure every time someone dies and it's not me, my chances of survival go up. Simple.
I should go.
Yep.
I hate to continue to praise this game. No, I don't. I love praising this game. What are you talking about? You know the irony? I might not have cared about Mass Effect 3 if not for Mass Effect 2.
Shepard, I was just waxing goddamn nostalgic. Tough fight on Horizon. I fought slavers and kidnapping rings, but nothing like that. Some slavers took a little girl on a colony in the Skepsis system. Girl woke up, fought her way out, got picked up by my band well on her way to Omega. 8 years old. She'd have had no chance on Horizon. Jack, Subject Zero, whatever you call her. Hell of a girl. Could have used a destructive little bitch like that 10 years ago when we dropped blind into the Krogan DMZ. Took out a lot of Krogan that day, but we lost way too many men. I should let you go. Talk more later, Shepard.
Oh yeah, as much as I complain about Mass Effect 3, and will continue to do so, it could have been worse. It could have been Anthem. Always remember that. For whatever, however bad you think Dragon Age 2, Dragon Age 3, or Mass Effect 3 are, remember Anthem. We can go deeper!
Shepard.
Just checking in, making sure you're acclimatizing.
The hold is too open, not enough cover. Armor is limited. Warlord Granth would target here to scatter heavy cargo, then focus on engines. That's what tank imprints show about human ships, anyway. It's how I learned from the tank. Old pictures where memory is. Like holding a book for a child. Just remember this, picture after picture. No help with finding a reason to care.
What other human info was floating around in there?
Less than a finger deep to sever your spine. You're soft. Solarians, Asari, all soft. Quarians, not so much. Turians, you have to work the blade, I guess. Don't see much point to it, though. Much point. Never mind.
Something must move you. You're as genetically Krogan as you can get.
I see suffering, the dead, and I think weak. I'm supposed to be strong. My guts were grown from thousands more worthy. The dead were weak. If they were strong, I wouldn't be needed. I don't know why Okeer started teaching. When he turned on the tank the first time, I screamed. Weak, pitiful.
So you started small, but you became what you are. Not everyone gets that chance.
I'm built for strength, but didn't earn it. I just am. Those dead were strong enough to try, even if they lost. The perfect Krogan, ignoring what made me. No strength in that. I'll take another look at what happened to the Krogan. Find a reason to care about it.
Oh yeah, this is Blum being classic Blum. As an aside, there's your identity. I mean, Miranda and Jack, actually, as well. But also Grunt all have their own identity thing in this game. But yeah, Grunt, I mean, Rex is better. I'll just get that out of the way. But Grunt, I do still rather like Grunt. So now we're doing something I really wish I could have done, honestly, yesterday at this point. Which would be... Somewhere, there it is. Way over here. I've been deliberately not scanning 100% because I'm curious how it's gonna go. I've been scanning like a little bit as we go, you know? Like I'm gonna scan right now. But as you can see, we're kind of good on most of our resources anyways, so... I mostly need Ezo. Is there a Krogan Argist? Do you remember Ilium? Evo? And the Krogan poet? Meanwhile, Evo's gonna say, yeah, poetry isn't real art. Oh, okay. That's valid. I can't argue that.
Probe away.
Yeah, we did the Uranus joke. Gotta do the Uranus joke. Well, you're the one who said it, Evo, not me. Oh, there it is. So I know there's another planet here. That's because it's right here. Rich. Resources I don't actually need right now. Oh, I saw some Ezo. There it is. There we go.
Probe away. In research projects, Element Zero is used for bioamp and Omni-tool upgrades, which allows squad members who have biotic and tech powers to be much more effective. Probe away.
I don't remember his name. We'll talk to him when we get there, don't worry. It's just, I'm not going to Ilium until after we recruit Tali. In fact, we're going to Omega immediately after we recruit Tali. It's going to be Tali, Omega, Ilium as our next sequence of events.
Launching probe.
Formerly a Quarian colony, Haestrom was established to observe the phenomena on Dolan, the system's parent star. Dolan appeared to be unstable with high possibility of erupting prematurely into a red giant. Haestrom was lost to the Geth in 1896. The German Empire was being founded when the... Anyways, soon after, all communication from the planet and its attendant space station ceased. The Geth have shown no signs of treating Dolan as a threat over the past 3 centuries, other than establishing several space stations near it. Dolan's magnetic eruptions and solar output overwhelm most communications near it, and it is unclear how the Geth have compensated. Today, Spice Probe's scans indicate extensive orbital construction around Haestrom, housing thousands of Geth platforms and an unknown number of Geth software mines. It's not known how many Geth are on the planet's surface. Spy probes face interference from Dolan, making remote scanning difficult. Resource estimations based on Geth mining, refining, and fabricating practices suggest the planet has at least 20 more years of use before it's exhausted. Intelligence experts speculate the Geth have not exploited all the resources because they wish to keep some in reserve for repairs. Travel advisory. This place sucks. And yes, this is where we will finally hear Tali's theme. So we're obviously going to bring Garrus. Why would that be a bad thing, Gum Gum? Yeah, no kidding, John. As much as I hate to, I think we're just going to bring Kasumi because she's a death machine. Although, let's put some outfits on, you know, Jack there. Just looking at her outfit availability here. So there's your gameplay tutorial.
Italia is somewhere in these ruins. There is considerable geth activity and an environmental hazard. Solar output has overwhelmed Hastrom's protective magnetosphere. Exposure to direct sunlight will damage your shields.
And the explanation in case you weren't paying attention or skipped the cutscene. This is very video gamey, but I don't mind.
Serious issues with my shields.
I'm wearing black. Can we get in the shade, please?
Yeah, this is Tali's theme right here.
Emergency login. The gates are here. I've stayed to buy the others time. Anyone who gets this, find Tali's aura. She and that data are all that matters. Kill us alive.
Kill us alive. There's some black there, see?
Emergency login 3. The gates are here. I've stayed to buy the others time. Anyone who gets this, find Tali's aura. She and that data are all that matters. Kill us alive.
I mean, Tali does have those hips. Hard to avoid that. But yes, this is planet foreshadowing. Pay attention to this plot thread because it'll never come up again.
There we go!
By the way, this is our fourth major enemy type, if you're paying attention. Sixth, if we count the different mercenary packs as separate groups, which we should, so I'm going to take that back. This is our sixth major enemy group. More than I thought I would, Django. I mean, it's no... But, you know, it's nice. What's funny is when I first found out about the dark matter thing, and how it was originally supposed to be the main plot of Mass Effect 3, I was like, oh, that sounds cool. Over the years, I'm not sure if my opinion on that has really changed, so much as I'm not sure, like, what format it would really take anymore. Any plot idea can be good, bad, or in between. Depends on the execution.
Watch it!
Sorry, Kasumi. Now, granted, virtually anything would have been better than what we got, but, you know, that's not here or there.
Because I'm shot ready.
And I say virtually anything because it could still be even worse. After all, Anthem. You know, honestly, why even have real grass? Just get fake grass. Don't answer that question. I have actually looked into it. I understand that there are consequences and negatives for getting fake grass. Is it going to be as good as Sims 3 finally, Brigwin? I mean, they're both odd numbers. Who knows? Now see, this is where Evo becomes my secret arch-net enemy, because she would think the Reapers should have no explanation, even in the minds of the writers. I disagree completely. I think the writers should absolutely know what the Reapers are about, whether they show that on camera or not. Now, since we've disagreed on this matter, we're going to have to arm wrestle for it. So come on, Evo. Now, to make this fair, you can use your entire body. Sorry.
One less to worry about.
My niece likes to arm wrestle me. And she always gets the proviso. She gets to throw her entire body weight into it. Which is not nearly enough. But it's funny. Because she'll really go into it. And I'll just kind of give it to her. Inch by inch. I make her work for it. But I'll just kind of give it to her bit by bit. And she's like, come on, come on. And then she usually tackles me. Want to hear something adorable? Holly. But you want to hear something else adorable.
Sweet!
Hello, Rieger. Hey, it's a worse SMG. Sweet. Alright, so. I didn't need that gun anyway. She and I have talked about it. She knows that if she puts the work into it, if she wants to, she can be just as strong as I am, or more. It's not like I was born this way. I used to be a skinny thing. So, she got a toy. And it's these little bracelets, right? And obviously it's a little small for me. I can barely fit it around 3 fingers. But, she was going through, and you customize it, and you've got these little cat paws on it, and there's all the other stuff. I won't bore you with it. But the important part is there were 2 of them. And it says right there, you're supposed to keep one of them and give one of them to your friend.
Bunkered up here. Can you send support? Op 1, this is Squad Leader Calringer. Come in. Over.
This is Commander Shepard of the Normandy. Can we provide assistance?
Patch your radio into Channel 617 Theta. We were on a stealth mission. High risk. We found what we were after. The Geth found us. They got us pinned down. Can't get to our ship. Can't transmit data through the solar radiation.
What's the status of your team? How many of you are left?
We were a small squad, dozen Marines plus the science team. We're down to half strength now. Made the synthetic bastards pay for it, though.
What brought you this deep into Geth-controlled space?
You're asking the wrong person, Shepard. I just point and shoot. Something about the sun. It's going bad faster than it should. Some kind of energy problem.
Any idea where the Geth came from?
One of the patrol ships found us. Dropships started raining Geth down on our heads before we could get off-world. Systems under Geth control. We knew they made planetary sweeps periodically. We hoped going low emissions would hide us.
Do we have to worry about the Geth sending in reinforcements?
I don't think so. Their patrol ship hasn't lifted off again. The radiation blocks all off-world communication.
How are you holding up? We can be there in a few minutes.
Take it slow and careful. Direct sunlight fries our shields all to hell. We're bunkered down at base camp across the valley. I left Talizor at a secure shelter, then doubled back to hold the choke point. Getting Tally out safely is our top priority. If you can extract her, we'll keep them off you.
You've got confirmation that the Geth haven't reached Tally yet?
Affirmative. Left my best men with her. When you get here, you can talk to her on the comm. Every Marine on this rock is sworn to protect Talizora. As long as one of us is still drawing air, she'll be safe.
I like Kyle Rieger, by the way. In fact, I'm going to jot him down for positive territory right now. He's legit. I like him.
Hold position. We'll hit their back ranks.
Wait, watch your ass. We got a dropship coming in.
Well, they're dead.
Crap, doorway's blocked. Grab the demo charges in the buildings nearby. Use them to clear a path.
Alright. I don't like to comment on this in these games all that much.
Shepard, I have scanned the area and located the demolition charges the Warring Commander mentioned.
Put it on my radar.
You will need both sets of charges to clear the rubble.
Come on, reload. Ramirez, do everything! Yeah, like I said, I don't like to comment on this sort of thing that often, but... Well... Look at this. This is our obstacle. This is our obstacle.
We've got company.
My shields are down.
Like, I'd say I could climb that in real life, but that's not saying much. But I'm pretty sure most of chat could climb over that in real life without any kind of issues. Especially in a crisis situation, I'm pretty sure All of you could climb over that without any issues. Like, I don't care how much you've skipped arm day. You can make that happen. That's ignoring the fact that we're playing a freaking professional soldier who has cybernetic implants.
Scratch one!
I gotta go say Kyle Rieger, because he's the real objective here. Yeah, I'm not even gonna talk about the basics of, like, you know, D&D logic of, let's go find something to help get around it. You know, like a box. That's ignoring the fact that we came here as a team and could, you know, co-op our way up. I've played the Army of Two.
No shield. Scratch one!
Up ahead!
Oh, that's a good point. We're not really feeling loyal, so we can't actually help them up because we don't actually care about Shepard all that much, so...
We need a core sample to get a timeline on the rate of radiation increase, but our equipment keeps dying on us. Shepard once used a mining laser to clear some rubble back on Therum. Maybe I can do something similar with demolition charges.
Now, what's funny about that comment is, obviously, you know, you could just bring Tali to that mission, but what if you didn't bring the Tali to that mission? Like, did we just get back to the ship and be like, so check it out, I got this giant laser, right? And I was like, and they were like, and it was like, and Tali's just like, uh-huh. You realize I'm an engineer, right?
Enemy combat drone.
Nice shot, Kasumi. Jesus. This is why you're in my party. Right there. Oh yeah, terrible gun, terrible gun. Terrible gun, woo! God, this is one of the crap ones, too.
Smoking!
The radiation like this. It was stable a few hundred years ago.
She's right. What the hell's going on with the Haystrom Sun? I sure look forward to the epic conclusion to this very interesting and well thought out plot arc.
Down you go.
Damn it. I thought you were a Geth for a second there. By me. Why would I do that? Oh god. Oh god, close the shutters, close the shutters. It's okay, I always bring SPF 3000. It's gonna be a great conclusion, Yana. It's gonna be amazing. Whenever Mass Effect 3 finally comes out, it's gonna be worth the wait, I'm telling you what. It'll be like Psychonauts 2, right? What was that, a 16-year wait? It was worth it. Psychonauts 2 was legit. StarCraft 2, there's another one. And I'm sure there's a... Help me out, what's another sequel, game sequel, that took forever but was actually really awesome? I literally just mentioned StarCraft 2. Devil May Cry 5? Oh, I guess, yeah, that's fair. If we're just counting DMC, that's valid. Not quite the range I was thinking, though. Much longer range than that. Wow, Legion, that was only about a year. Oh my god, this gun! I'm gonna not correct, okay? I'm just gonna aim. Watch the spread. This is me not correcting the aim.
There we go!
Bayonetta 3 isn't out yet, so we have no idea if that's a good game or not. Titanfall 2, I don't think that was a particularly long wait. Wasteland 2, okay, that's valid. I'll give you that. Well, I didn't like Wasteland 2, but whatever.
Beautiful.
One less to worry about.
Oh, trust me, I'm always praying. Alright. Let's get a tan here really quick. Oh, there we go.
Charges are go. Move it or lose it.
Garrus? Garrus?
Taking heavy fire!
Can I help you? Is there something you need? Oh my god. Red, green, and blue?
Quarian architecture. There's two words you don't expect to hear together.
This deep behind Get lines? Hope the Quarians got what they were looking for.
This looks interesting.
Tali's order to base camp. Come in, base camp.
Hang on, I'm looting, Tali. Give me a minute.
Our ancestors walked these halls with uncovered heads. The sun must have been normal back then. So much space. Walls of stone. It's amazing. I wish my friends could see it. I wish Shepard were here.
Don't worry, Tali. My one true love. Which is not true. She's my sister. Different kind of love. My one true, different, platonic kind of love. Except I have several of those loves. Because I've also got Garrus and also Rex and Morton and Miranda and Jack. And oh my god, there's so many. Look, I love a lot of people. What do you want from me? I made a comment a long time ago that there were no companions in Mass Effect 2 that I disliked, and how rare that was at the time for me. In the last 10 years since I made that statement, it's kind of become even more true. Because most games, there's at least one character, even if they're well written or well designed, that I just don't care for. Now, if we count Morinth, that would be the exception here. Which I don't, because why would I? For all intents and purposes, she's not a character. Samara is. And I actually like all of the characters, all the companions, all the party members in Mass Effect 2. Really, I do. And that's kind of rare, especially for a game of the BioWare format, you know. Can't say that about most of the other ones. I mean, how many of you like every companion in KOTOR? Or Dragon Age 2? Oh, hey, let's fix this really quick while we're at it. Yeah, give me my, Hang on, I'm fixing my gun. Give me a second. Make sure you're fixed. God damn, come on, game. Yeah, let's fix that. There we go. Alright, you've put a gun to my head and Morinth has to be a character. Easy answer. Samara is not a character. It's just Morinth. Done.
Hello? Is anyone there?
Tally, it's Shepard. I'm sorry. Everyone here is dead. Any survivors must have fallen back.
We knew this mission was high risk. Damn it. And what are you doing here, Shepard? We're in the middle of Geth space.
I was in the neighborhood. I thought you might need a hand.
Thanks for coming, Shepard. It means a lot to hear your voice. Carl Rieger and what's left of the Marines got me into the observatory. From where you are, it's through the door and across the field. I got the data I needed and I'm safe for now, but I've got a lot of Geth outside.
What's this research you're after?
It's about this world's sun. It's aging faster than it should. I can tell you more about it once we've got fewer Geth shooting at us.
Would it help if I brought in the Normandy?
Doubtful. These buildings are centuries old. If you bring down heavy fire, this whole place could collapse on us.
Is anyone else still with you, or are you alone out there?
Rieger had a team of Marines covering me when I ran for the observatory. At least some of them are still alive. I can hear them firing at the Geth outside.
It looks like somebody sealed the door against the Geth and the console is damaged. Can you get it open on your end?
Let me see. Yes, I can do it. Here. Should be unlocked now. Be careful, Shepard, and please do what you can to keep Rieger alive.
Alright, I accept it, Javan, but we still need to have Tali and Garrus hook up in 3. I need this. I need this, okay, John? It has to happen. I need my people to be happy in the nightmare deathscape. Right. I'm using my actual gun again. I need to remember that.
There we go.
One last door. Yes. Perfect. Yes.
That had to hurt. Aha!
No, the other one! God damn it. Wrong side, Shepard. Listen, Evo, if they don't hook up, yes, they'll never be happy again. We need to make them happy, god damn it. God damn it, don't take away their happiness. Why are you the villain of joy, Evo? Why? That's okay. I don't blame you. I know that you're just pure evil.
Optical camouflage systems. Stay frosty.
I mean, Garrus is gonna have people falling over him hand over foot.
There we go.
Because Garrus. Oh, thank you for reminding me.
Down you go.
Perfect. Scratch one.
No, Mr. Ed, you're like...
Did I do them?
You're like that one Volus dude in this very game who was a great biotic wind. That's you.
There we go. One less to worry about.
Listen, we all know the only woman Garrus needs is Kelly.
Hostiles up ahead. Scratch one.
Beautiful. Nice.
Concussive shot ready.
There are a lot of these.
Going dark.
Yeah, by the way, the reason I know Tali's theme is it's actually my second favorite song in Mass Effect 2. No points for guessing what the first favorite is.
Here they come. Down you go.
No, Tim's theme is my third favorite.
Now you see me.
There we go. What's there to worry about? Branch one.
So some of you may remember, I played one of my remixes of the suicide mission when we did it during the lore run. Did you know how many negative, toxic comments I got about doing that? I mean, honestly, screw all of them, including Django. But I'm not going to do it this time because this is a review. Ignore the fact that we've already modded the game twice. Yeah, Nightcore before Nightcore existed. It was actually an old variants mix. One of my old mixes. Positive toxic comments? Oh, you're looking... Your body, you're looking so much better. I never thought you'd lose any of that fat.
Oh God, Colossus!
So yeah, this is gonna suck. Heretics.
Definitely like old times.
Just for you, Garrus. Yeah, can I get the Mako, please?
Over here! Get to cover! Hang on, Shepard! Stay down before that Colossus gets ideas! I still got no idea why you're here. This ain't the time to be picky.
By the way, it's possible to bring Legion to this mission.
Allie's inside over there. Jeff killed the rest of my squad, and they're trying to get to her. Best I've been able to do is draw their attention.
Yeah, it's hysterical, his reaction. And I love his line, I forget what it is, but it's something along the lines of, you know, on any other day I'd be a lot less tolerant of that.
Are you sure she's still alive?
The observatory is reinforced. Even the Geth will need time to get through it. And it's hard to hack a door when someone's firing rockets at you. The Geth are near platoon strength, but the Colossus is the worst part. It's got a repair protocol. Huddles up and fixes itself. I can't get a clear shot while it's down like that. I tried to move in closer, and one of the bastards punched a shot clean through my suit.
How bad is your suit damaged?
Combat SEALs clamped down to isolate contamination, and I'm swimming in antibiotics. Geth might get me, but I'm not gonna die from an infection in the middle of a battle. That's just insulting.
What can you tell me about the battlefield?
Right side's got a catwalk with a sniper perch. You could wreak some havoc from there. None of my men made it past the Geth. Middle's got cover, but the damn Colossus has a clear shot at you the whole time, and you've got Geth coming in from both sides. The left gives you some cover from the Colossus, but your ass is hanging out for the Geth. That's how I got shot.
Any ideas on how to deal with the Colossus?
Standard protocol with armature-class units is to sabotage the shields and whittle it down, you know? Kill it with bug bites. But the repair protocol blows that plan to hell. You try to wear it down, it just huddles up and fixes itself. So whatever we do has to scrap that bastard fast. Probably means getting up close, past that cover.
We need to get to Tali. Got any ideas?
Just one! I'm not moving so well, but I can still pull a trigger. And I got a rocket launcher that the sun hasn't fried yet. You move in close. I'll keep the Colossus busy. Maybe even drop its shields. With luck, you'll be able to finish it off.
You've done enough, Rieger. You don't need to throw your life away.
Wasn't asking your permission. My job is to keep Tally safe. This is our best.
We don't have enough people on our side for you to take one for the team. Stand down!
I'm not gonna stand there while you run into enemy fire. They killed my whole squad.
And if you want to honor your squad, watch my back. I need you here in case they bring reinforcements.
All right, Shepard. We'll do it your way. Hit him for me. Kilos alive.
Up ahead.
Yeah, fun fact, Quarians actually have a bit of a rep in universe. In fact, Grunt referenced that earlier. Apparently, Quarians are actually pretty high tier in combat. I'm not really sure why, other than the fact that they were one of the more advanced races before, you know, they lost their planet.
Oh, my shield!
Obviously, we need to keep Kyle Rieger alive. I mean, he's one of the good ones. I really don't like that guy, Colossus. Way out of range.
There we go.
Getting back in cover, game.
This should slow him down.
Okay.
My shield!
Yeah, I saw that coming.
Can't get there.
That's buggy, but I'm gonna accept that. There's at least one more up.
Taking fire!
Another good fight on Insanity, by the way. And yeah, you notice I'm leaning pretty heavily on Incinerate. It's because Incinerate is amazing. I make no apologies for that.
Just a second. I locked the door to keep more Geth from getting inside. There, that should do it.
Hell, Incinerate, I actually know more. So, I've never played Engineer all the way before. But I've played a lot of Mass Effect 3 multiplayer. And I know a lot of Incinerate usage from Mass Effect 3's multiplayer. Because holy crap. Just lean on that. Yeah, hang on, Tali. Give me a second. Give me a second. Anything else? Is that it? Oh, hang on. Oh, we'll save just in case. Yeah, cryo explosion or cryo ammo is a fun one.
Just let me finish this download.
Tell you what, I'll let you finish that download if you give me a frickin' hug. Deal? Deal?
Thank you, Shepard. If not for you, I would never have made it out of this room. This whole mission has been a disaster. I wish I'd joined you back on Freedom's Progress, but I couldn't let anyone take my place on something this risky.
A lot of Quarians lost their lives here. Was it worth it?
I don't know, Shepard. It wasn't my call. The Admiralty Board believed the information here was worth sacrificing all our lives for. I have to believe that they know what's best.
I didn't ask what some admiral thought. I asked what you thought.
A lot of people died here. Some of them were my friends. All of them were good at their jobs. That damn data better be worth it. The price was too high.
Narrator. The data was not worth it.
What can you tell me about your research here?
Haystrom's sun is destabilizing. Back when this was a Quarian colony, it was a normal star. It shouldn't change that quickly.
Any idea what's destabilizing the sun?
If I had to guess, I'd say that it was dark energy affecting the interior of the star. The effect is similar to when stars blow off mass to enter a red giant phase. But Haystrom's sun is far too young for this to be natural.
It's a mod, Evo.
Whatever the reason, I'm glad I could help. Once you deliver that data, I could use you on the Normandy.
I promised to see this mission through. I did. I can leave with you and send the data to the fleet. And if the admirals have a problem with it, they can go to hell. I just watched the rest of my team die.
Maybe not the whole rest of your team, ma'am.
Rieger, you made it.
Your old captain's as good as you said. Damn Colossus never stood a chance.
What about that? That was a hell of a fight.
If need be, the Normandy can get you out of here, Rieger.
The Geth didn't damage our ship. As long as we get out of here before reinforcements show up, we'll be fine.
Actually, I won't be going with you. I'm joining Commander Shepard.
I'll pass the data to the Admiralty Board and let them know what happened. She's all yours now, Shepard. Keep her safe.
Recruited Tali-Zora for the team. Although loyal to Shepard, Tali-Zora's antagonism towards Cerberus necessitates observation. Also sending recon units to examine Geth activities in case activities on Haystrom provoke action. Yeah, Kyle Rieger is just kind of legit. He's just a bro, to and fro. You know what I mean?
Saw footage of you in action, Tali-Zora. We're looking forward to having you on the team. Your engineering expertise will really benefit the mission.
I don't know who you are, but Cerberus threatened the security of the migrant fleet. Don't make nice.
That's why you're here, Tali. I need people who aren't Cerberus. People I can trust.
I wasn't part of what happened to the migrant fleet, but I understand your distrust. I hope we'll get past that as we work together.
I assumed that you were undercover, Shepard. Maybe even planning to blow Cerberus up. If that's the case, I'll loan you a grenade. Otherwise, I'm here for you, not for them.
If it helps, check out the Normandy while you're here. We've gotten a few upgrades.
I'll get Tali-Zora the necessary security clearance to access our systems.
Please do. I can't be part of your team if I don't know how the ship works. Remember, Shepard, these people thought enslaving Thorian creepers and Rachni was a good idea. I'll be in engineering.
Don't forget to introduce yourself to Edie, the ship's new artificial intelligence.
Oh, I actually really do like Jacob. I really do. Just poke. Poke. It's just one poke. Alright, what we got? What we got? Oh, yes. That'll affect the Carnifex, right? Right? I think. Well, whatever, I'm gonna get it anyways. And we'll go ahead and grab that, because, you know, Garrus. Oh yeah, we have a respec, by the way. It costs Ezo. Get some heavy weapons ammo for obvious reasons. He said, make sure to introduce yourself to Edie, our ship's-born AI, Litario. He said this to Quarian. What's funny is he doesn't go too far, my opinion. It would be easier for him to step over the line and be too antagonistic. Kind of like how Miranda is with Jack, especially initially. Oh, wow, it's pretty late. Okay, well, I was gonna take a brief break, but I didn't realize it was this close to cutoff time. So instead, let's do a little wrap-up.
Shepard, how can I help?
Have you got a minute to talk?
Some other time. Anything else? We'll be here if you need me.
Wait, hold on.
Shepard, later, updating crew dental records. All Cerberus personnel have cyanide capsules in molars. Primitive. Ocular nerve flashbangs harder to disarm. Anything else?
Have you got a minute
later,
to talk?
Later. Anything We'll be here if you need me.
Hold up. What?
Shepard.
Have you got a minute
Having trouble working between your interruptions and Edie's insistence that insane experiments endanger entire crew. Hard to concentrate. Affecting morale. Anything else?
I'll let you work.
We'll be here if you need me.
There we go. That's the one I wanted him to say out loud.
I saw the reports on Horizon, Commander. What you did was amazing. The report mentioned that Caden Alenko was there. How did that go?
I miss him. My brother. My brother from another mother. What was his name again? Oh yeah, Kaiden.
We've been through a lot. I wish we could have had more time together.
I understand. Anyway, how may I help you?
I love how that's the renegade choice. That's great.
That'll be all.
That's the freaking renegade choice.
How may I help you, Commander?
That'll be all.
I'll be here if... Commander, you've received a new...
Incoming message from Admiral Stephen Hackett, Alliance HQ.
Commander Shepard, I need to discuss a sensitive matter with you privately.
I'll take this in my quarters.
Yeah, and I'm not doing this quest until literally the very end, so FYI on that. It will quite literally be the last thing we do.
Commander, thank you for your time. I'll keep this brief. We have a deep cover operative out in Batarian space. Name's Dr. Amanda Kenson. Dr. Kenson recently reported that she found evidence of an imminent Reaper invasion.
So why call me?
Just this morning I received word that the Batarians arrested her. They're holding her in a secret prison outpost on terrorism charges. I need you to infiltrate the prison and get her out of there. As a favor to me, I'm asking you to go in alone.
What is Dr. Kenson actually doing out there?
She's a deep cover operative, Shepard. We talk only when we have to. I'd heard she was investigating a rumor of a Reaper artifact in the system. Her last report said she'd found it.
What else can you tell me about the operative?
Amanda's a top scientist and Alliance agent working in Batarian space. It's a deadly assignment, and she's one of the few up to the challenge. She and I go back pretty far, Commander. I won't let her rot away in a Batarian torture camp.
I thought the Alliance denies the Reaper threat. That must be some proof she found.
Kenson's team found an artifact out in Batarian space. She believes it's a Reaper device, proof that the Reapers are indeed planning to invade. I've known her a long time. If she says she has proof, it's worth checking out.
I have a hell of a squad with me. I'm sure they'd help out.
Kenson is my friend. If the Batarians see a squad of armed soldiers, they'll kill her. This is serious, Commander. Go in with discretion, or don't go at all.
The Batarians won't take kindly to the Alliance breaking into a secret prison.
This is not an Alliance operation. It's one person going in alone to save a friend. If it were an official mission, of course the Batarians would be upset. You keep this quiet, Shepard, and there's nothing to worry about.
Don't worry, there will be no lasting repercussions for this choice. Really, there won't.
I'll make this a priority.
The prison is hidden underground and a Batarian outpost in Aratat. I'll upload the coordinates now. Once she's secure, confirm her discovery. We'll debrief you when you're back.
Got it.
Hackett out.
By the way, this is more of that story sequencing problem, Django, that you were asking about earlier. Or rather, that's not true, but this is a story sequencing problem. The fact that it's like, hey, I've got this urgent mission, you should go do it. I'm like, you got it, and we are doing it last. I'm just going to tell you that flat out. It'll be the last thing we do in the game. So, yeah.
If we have time, I'd like to go to Ilium and relocate my sister's family.
Right.
I'll let you know.
Of course, Commander.
Right. We're kind of locked in on that point at this point. Yes, I've never played Overlord, I've never played Citadel, and I've never played Leviathan. I believe is the full list. Oh, and Drop the Sky, but obviously that is now no longer true. But you get my point. Some of you are probably wondering, Laura, if you like this series so much, why haven't you played so much of the DLC? I shouldn't have to explain why I didn't play Citadel or Leviathan. But some of you probably don't remember how much of a goddamn pain it used to be to get DLC for this game, never mind getting it working. In fact, some of you probably remember that 8 years ago, back when the BioWare network was actually still up, I had to jump through hoops to get the DLC working for the lore run we were doing. So, I never bothered.
Shepard.
Just checking in, making sure you're acclimatizing.
I was just sitting here thinking. The picture, I'm finally starting to get it. There's a tank imprint, the battle at Canrum. A dead Turian, stripped. You don't see them out of their armor much. A Krogan boot on his head, and a claw hammer. It's under the brow plate, pulling it back, right? Eyes have gone black, and you see tension in the muscle. You can feel it ready to snap. I get it.
Canrum isn't ringing a bell.
Death of Shiagar, female warlord. Turians killed her, so they were hunted down and made examples. Even if they won the war, it was the last push before the rebellions ended.
Maybe I had to be there, but I don't get the joke.
There's no joke. It's just great. It's a Turian, and he's being torn apart for what they did. I felt nothing before, but now I get it. It was a good fight. The enemy was destroyed to punish them all and send a message. I get it. I hate Turians. I thought you'd be glad.
Well, he's a few days or weeks old, and he's learning racism.
Don't start anything with Garrus. I won't have trouble on my ship.
I don't hate Garrus. I hate the Turians. Garrus is just one Turian, and he's your clan.
Oh my god.
No point in ripping his face off unless he turns on me. It's hate, but it's mine. Okeer was blind, and he tried to make me the same. But I'm starting to feel what they did. to see why I should care. Anyway, I'm still figuring where I fit, but it made me laugh. Nothing else really on my mind, Shepard.
Do we know who actually wrote Grunt, by the way? Because they deserve a freaking medal. Even his sentence structure is different. And I love it. Whoever actually wrote his dialogue really put some thought into it.
Thinking about past missions. Got a minute? You might learn something. One time we were trying to clear out this gun nest outside a base on Vatar. Nothing we did even made a dent in that thing. Someone had the bright idea to kidnap a local girl, strap grenades on her, and make her go seduce the guy in the bunker. Terrible thing, I tell you. Well, she went up there, knocked on the door, and nothing. Grenades never went off. But the guy stopped shooting, and we snuck by. Never found out what happened. You smoke, Shepard? Don't. That stuff will kill you. Knew a kid once, weapons dealer. Probably half your age. Bastard smoked too close to a cache of explosives. Tossed a butt, blew himself sky high.
I don't think that's what they mean when they say smoking will kill you.
I should let you go. Talk more later, Shepard.
I don't know, maybe I missed that lesson. Right, but not consuming it. I mean, there's a lot of ways to die. That's true. That's true. Did I already write down? I did.
People are talking out there, and I hear it all. Not a lot of people go in and out of Dr. Chakwa's office, other than to get medical attention, I mean. I hear you shared a drink with her. That's really nice. I imagine with all that's happened, old friends are becoming a luxury.
There's a repeat.
Gabby and Ken would make a great...
Yes, repeat. We've officially repeated on Kasumi. Okay, so let's do a little cleanup really quick. Jack would... Right, I forgot about Jack. Alright, hang on. I forgot about Jack. Oh yeah, we should probably talk to Tali at some point. Yeah, damn, there's so many people to talk to. I wish... So, one of the reasons I tend to give positives for there's an indicator that you need to talk to them is because it's nice to know who there is I need to talk to, who has a new conversation right now.
I've got green across the board.
Instead of this.
Forward tanks are buoyant and elevated.
Are you talking about the Normandy or Miranda?
I'm talking about the one that's covered and protected, not bouncing in the breeze.
I don't know. Operative Lawson's uniform is very official. It always makes me stand at attention.
You're such a dog.
Even if that's true, Narset, that doesn't help at all. What I want is something where I could pull up the map and see you know? Instead of go up to the bridge, talk to Kelly, go talk to a person, go up to the bridge, talk to Kelly, go down to the thing, go up to the Kelly, talk to the bridge, etc., etc. Hi, Charlie.
What can I do for you?
How you doing?
Have you got time to talk?
We didn't really have time to chat while taking out Gath on Haystrom, did we? I can't believe so many people died. Thank you again for getting Rieger out alive. All for data about stars blowing up. I hope the Admiralty Board gets some use out of it.
I'd love to ding this, I really would, but I can't. It's a cool and interesting plot point, and it sets up some nice intrigue. It's just never fallen through on. I'm afraid I can't do a Scottish accent, Rama. I can only do a dwarven accent. It's very different.
Have you heard any word about Cal Rieger? Did he survive his injuries?
He sent me a message. It looks like he'll make a full recovery. Anytime you get a suit puncture, it's a matter of luck. Rieger got out with a relatively minor infection.
Good.
Tell me about the fleet's Admiralty Board.
It's one of two major political powers among my people. The admirals make decisions related to defense or needing immediate action. They also handle major criminal charges, like treason. The other political power is the Conclave, a group of representatives from each ship. They make most of our laws and fleet decisions.
StarCraft reference.
Any news yet on the data you sent?
I'm not likely to hear anything for a while, or on an unsecured channel for that matter.
Having any trouble settling back in on the Normandy?
I like the quiet. I miss the old faces, though. Presley, Engineer Adams, all of them. It doesn't seem right having Cerberus in charge of this ship. Are you sure working for them is the right thing to do?
I fully expect them to betray us at some point, and we'll be ready.
I'm glad to hear that, Shepard. Just let me know how I can help. For now, I should get back to work. Thanks for coming by.
Yeah, see you around, Tali. What do I think of the mod I installed to make her face look better, Gum Gum? I think it's a good mod that I installed to make her face look better. Because I was sick of her default face. I hated it. Ah, I hated it. Do it, Patooey. Whoop, whoop, whoop. That actually turned me around. Holy crap.
I got thoughts like little bugs crawling in and out of my head. I can't stop them. You know I have a history with Cerberus. You know how far back it goes?
I'll listen to anything you have to say, Jack.
Your pal, the elusive man? Never seen him before, but Cerberus raised me. First thing I remember is my cell door in a Cerberus base. They did experiments, drugged me, tortured me. Whatever chance I had to be normal, they stole it by trying to turn me into some superbiotic. The doctors, the other kids, every one of them hated me. They let me suffer.
So, real quick. I hate her visor. I like this outfit, but I do not like that visor.
What did they hope to gain by torturing a little girl?
It was something about pain breaking down mental barriers and how it might clear the way for a more biotic power. I'm sure there was a payoff due at some point, but I wasn't going to see it. I was wired up in a cell.
They tortured you just to see if they could make a strong biotic? That's it?
Wasn't in a position to ask, Shepard. All I know is a little girl crying in a cell, begging for the pain to stop.
How did you get out of there?
There was some kind of emergency, and I made a break for it. The other kids came out of their cells and attacked me. So did the guards. I just killed everything in my way and ran. Guess my biotics had developed faster than they thought. I managed to get a shuttle off the ground. Drifted until a freighter picked me up. The crew used me, then sold me. That's my uplifting escape story.
Can I... I don't like things like that, but I think I love how that's written. This could really easily drift into darkier and edgier. It could drift into melodrama or trying too hard. Instead, with a very simple and flat tone, the actress just says, I managed to get a shuttle off the ground. Drifted till a freighter picked me up. The crew used me and then sold me. I'm putting emphasis. She didn't put the emphasis there. That's my uplifting escape story. That's how you write that kind of tragedy and trauma. Understatement speaks so much more than overstatement. One of the things that a lot of fiction, a lot of writers, a lot of actors, a lot of directors do not understand is when you have a moment like this, they tend to portray this as, they used me, Shepard. They used me, and then they sold me. I'm barely exaggerating. You know what I mean. You know exactly what I'm talking about. You've seen it before. They used me. And then they sold me. There's a non-exaggerative way of how they do it. This sells it. And yeah, you'll notice the camera angles. You notice how the camera was also moving more, and then it's a lot more static. You'll notice how she's just squatting over there, kind of talking it out. This is a great freaking scene, is what I'm trying to say. Horrific. And yeah, notice that we're not even focusing on her face. We see her face
Other children
occasionally.
in the base?
Like,
I didn't know much about them. I was kept separate. They hated me just like everyone else there. When I broke out, I had to fight through them all. I showed them, but there's a loose end I need to deal with.
You're absolutely certain that Cerberus was running the facility?
I was a kid, but I wasn't dumb. I know how to listen. It was Cerberus. Don't care how far down the chain it was. They thought they were so clever. Turns out, mess with someone's head enough and you can turn a scared kid into an all-powerful bitch. Fucking idiots.
I'm gonna talk to the elusive man, and he'd better have some answers.
He'll just deny everything. That's not what I'm after anyway. I found the coordinates in your files. I want to go to the Telton facility on Pragia where they tortured and drugged me. I want to go to the center of the place, my cell. I want to deploy a big fucking bomb, and I want to watch from orbit when it goes.
And you're gonna get your wish. Sorry, that... I feel for Jack, you know what I mean? I guess I shouldn't have to explain why.
Attacking our allies is gonna derail our mission. Not a smart move.
The files say it was shut down after my escape. It's been abandoned for years. They going to care if I blow up a garbage dump?
I don't know why I even picked that option.
I'll set a course for Pragia.
I owe you, Shepard.
I got your back, Jack. I really do. I always will. I even liked her in 3. Not to spoil, but let's just say that what happens to her in 3, if you pick the right choices here, not only makes perfect sense, but is exactly what she needed, in my opinion. Like, you'd think, it's one of those things where the surface level, you look at it like, that makes no sense. But when you actually think about it and really process it for a second, no, that makes perfect sense, right? Okay, so we talked to Tali, we talked to Jack, we talked to Grunt, we talked to Zaid. This is another place they could show the someone wants to talk to you thing, right? Right here, by the way. This would be another good place to do that in interface design. But it looks like that's everybody. Okay, so let's go. To be clear, I want to be there for Jack. Not romantically, I should probably mention. I just want to be there for her, you know? I feel for her.
No messages for you, Commander.
Okay, so we do have a quick stop to do before we chop off for the night here. Oh, that's right. And I'm also giving that scene we just saw its own positive, because that was a damned good scene. Now, thankfully, we will never have to talk to Joker ever, 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 ever. Alright, so let's go talk to Joker. Then we'll go to Omega.
So, Hadley, how you gonna spend your next furlough?
You really think we'll have another shore leave?
Of course. Shepard's forming the best team this galaxy has ever seen. We're gonna kick some ass.
I'm sure you're right, Matthews.
Who did Dooku fight in that particular fight? I don't recall that one, Sluggeretta. See, Brigwin just wants me to stop streaming. That's all she wants.
It's great to see Tali on board, Commander, just like old times. It is her, right? I mean, because with the mask, it's... Ah, never mind.
I assume everything is going well up here?
It was until the thing started questioning my every move. It won't let anything slide.
You were deliberately falsifying maintenance reports, Mr. Moreau.
Not falsifying, tweaking. I always round up on task times. It makes us look good when we come in under.
Harmless self-promotion. Edie can ease off on that.
Very well, Shepard.
Yeah, go pout. I win.
Joker.
Right. No hard feelings. Good game.
That's it for now.
See you, Commander.
You know what? Hang on. Quarians have masks. Electors have masks. Has anyone seen a Quarian and a Collector in the same room at the same time? Where the hell's Omega? There it is. No, not the Omega Relay, just Omega. It is a pretty ship. So I need Tali, obviously. And... bring Morton for now. The engineering crew. Alright, Tali. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we're gonna get all that. And all of this. Morden with Tali? No. For various reasons. Make sure she's got the right gun, which she does.
Judging by the quarantine reports, the plague has been completely eradicated, Shepard. Dr. Solis's assistant has been helping any patients with complications.
Excellent. Knew he could do it. Is that Shepard? Shepard's supposed to be dead. Greetings. I was hoping you'd come by. I'm Ish, and this is Cell. You look like a good person to know.
Friendly faces seem hard to come by around here.
Reasonable people are more valuable than air in a place like this.
Good customers are like Latinum. Treat them as the valuables that they are.
You need something?
Well, if you'd be so kind, I hoped you might consider a proposition. I need skilled, trustworthy people to take care of a little business for me. Nothing illegal, of course, but it's paying work.
What kind of business do you do?
Important business. So important that, with your help, we can change Omega.
What do you mean we can change Omega?
Well, I didn't want to say anything, but certain people here have business deals with people throughout the galaxy. If we were to have information involving those deals, we could make some ripples around here. That's all I'll say.
I'm listening.
I'm in the information business, specifically the buying and selling of privileged material. It's nothing illicit. I just need someone to pick up packages in certain locations and bring them to me here.
What's your angle?
No angle. I'm a simple businessman. What do you say?
I can do that.
My contacts use specific drop points. I need you to look outside Merib's shop on the Citadel and inside Eternity on Ilium. Look around for anything that might hold a data package and bring those packages to me. Good luck, my friends.
Are you sure you don't just have a crush on Harry and Moss? Bag. Listen, I'm just a businessman. All I'm interested is making sure that business rests smoothly.
Hello there. Might I interest you in some salvage tech? Every credit goes toward a ticket to get me off this forsaken rock.
I buy a lot of parts and equipment. Maybe we can make an arrangement.
Well, you seem like a decent person, but you can't breathe a word of it to Harrod.
Of course.
Then we have a deal. Maybe I'll at least sell something to you.
What brought a nice kid like you to Omega?
My pilgrimage. What money I had got stolen within a few days, so I decided to sell salvaged parts. You can see how that turned out. Harrod's forcing me to sell high, and I can't even afford a ticket off this station.
How much do you need to get off Omega?
I still need 1,000 credits to pay my way, but I couldn't let you do that. This is my mistake on my pilgrimage. It's my problem.
Here you go. 1,000 credits. Get out of here.
Thank you. With this, I can finally continue on my pilgrimage. I'm going to buy my ticket right now. Thank you again.
Who's Harrod? Sorry. Couplings. Oh my god, that's expensive as hell. Still gonna buy it.
This looks interesting.
Yeah, I'm glad we waited for Tali.
Explorer ships have reported seeing vessels of an unknown make.
Oh my god, okay.
Strongly resembles ancient Rachni ships. The few ships sighted have been small scouting vessels that rapidly retreated. The Council has pledged a full investigation.
Yeah, this is why this is a negative, Django. Okay, so Ken's Salvage or the Omega Markets. Let's see if I can find these places. Let's talk to ourselves really quick.
Human, tell Captain Gavon we not kill anyone today.
I don't know a Captain Gavel. Why would I tell him anything?
Not trust you. Tell Gavon we know his tricks. We not kill anyone today.
I'll just be going.
Go away. Talk too much. Gavon's thugs get no more. We leave.
Good talking to you.
No more talk. We know Gavon's tricks. We leave.
Okay. Yeah, apparently Mark Meir really doesn't want to talk to himself. Jeez Louise. Got violent about that.
I might have something here for humans. Not much.
I'm in the mood to spend some money, but I think I can find better stuff elsewhere.
You won't find a better selection anywhere. Unless you're willing to risk the black market.
I'd rather deal with you than give money to those thieves. You sure we can't make a deal?
Look, I can't compete with the black market. I have to make a profit. I'll do what I can, but don't tell anyone or I'll lose my shirt.
Okay. Thanks for the deal. Alright, so hey, increased melee damage. Sweet! But that's what I really want. Yes. Yes! Why? I'm not buying the porn mag. First of all, that's not interesting. Second of all, no. Third of all,
Fears of an uncontrolled plague in the streets of
any
Omega
questions?
have been laid to rest, as the disease is now under control.
In other news, the human colony on Horizon has been attacked. Another...
Hang on. Have I written down all these positives for Omega? Yes. Good.
Sources say that the Asari Shaira, more commonly known as the Consort, may be leaving the Citadel after years of bad press and rumors of intelligence leaks.
And that's because we didn't do her quest. Or rather, we failed her quest when we were there. This feels like the wrong way. Probably because it is. That's
Forja adaptation interesting, not just biological, social as well. Urban area adapting to them in return. Large concentration. Hope they're controlled. If they attack, as happened near my clinic, casualties likely.
Oh, sure. Blue Sun takes credit for killing Archangel. Uh-huh. Is it just me or you're getting better looking? Is what that said. If you missed that. God, I hate that run animation.
Come on, let me in.
Some of this reminds me of life on the flotilla. cramped and crowded with no real privacy. And the people don't work together toward a common goal. There's no sense of family here. Just fear.
Yes, the democratization of fear.
Ari's expecting me.
Hold up. Did I thought I was done with Aria, but we'll check.
What do you need?
This data pad was on one of the mercs that was after Archangel. They were coming for you next.
Let me see. Interesting. Would someone like to tell me how this information slipped the net?
I'll look into it.
Thanks for the heads up, Shepard. Looks like I'll have to do a little cleaning in my organization.
Thanks. Maybe I'll come back later.
You do that.
Unfortunately, Shepard has lost the ability to dance. There is only the shuffle.
Come on, let me in.
Omega welcomes you.
Says Cerberus held him prisoner for years, but investigators found insufficient evidence to validate his story.
Thank you, Command and Conquer 2. I should go. No, if you know what you want to put that towards, do please let me know. Yep, insufficient evidence on tombs. Go figure.
No messages for you, Commander.
Yeah, I know. The BRPG block, you got it. Please. Thank you. You helped buy groceries this morning. I haven't got grocery shopping in like 2 weeks, so I kind of needed to stock up on a few things. Yeah, we have enough for that. Oh, the bone wave. Asher. Oh, we were always cyberhuman. Always. There we go. Yeah. That's just us now. It is unironically my second favorite suit in the entire game. And my first favorite, I don't have access to for whatever reason, so. If I could get rid of the helmet, it would be better, honestly. Okay, so we did that. So there's actually only 2 things left to do. No, 1 thing left to do, excuse me, before we progress through the main plot. But we'll go ahead and save that for tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, as always. I should go.